Last Raps Baseball is on the air, and tonight we're bringing you live commentary from Major League Baseball featuring the Milwaukee Brewers and St. Louis Cardinals. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Wherever you're at in the world, welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of Major League Baseball. Today, we are going to be featuring the Milwaukee Brewers and the St. Louis Cardinals. The commentary and views are our opinions and are not affiliated with the MLB, the MLBPA, the American League, National League, or their sponsors. We are giving live English reports on the game being played and hope English-speaking fans around the globe can enjoy the games on YouTube and Twitch along with us. Well, this is game 2 of a 3-game set between the Brewers and the Cardinals. And we are going to be featuring the starting lineups, first of all, beginning from the Milwaukee Brewers. Leading off in left field, wearing number 22 is Christian Yelich. Hitting second and playing shortstop is number 27, Willy Adames. Batting third at first base is number 11, Rowdy Tellez. And the cleanup spot in doing the designated hitting is number 24, Andrew McCutchen. Batting fifth in right field, wearing number 12, is Hunter Renfroe. Hitting sixth at second base is number 16, Colton Wong. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 2, Luis Arias. Hitting eighth and doing the catching is number 7, Victor Caratini. And batting ninth in center field is number 15, Tyrone Taylor. And they are going to be facing Adam Wainwright, who takes to the hill today with a 8-8 record. And he's boasting a 3.24 earned run average. Well, that's the lineup for the visitors from Milwaukee. Now for the home team from St. Louis. Leading off for the Cardinals and playing in right field is number 21, Lars Nootbaar. Batting second in left field, wearing number 33, is Brendan Donovan. Hitting third at first base is number 46, Paul Goldschmidt. The cleanup spot and playing third base is number 28, Nolan Arenado. Hitting fifth and doing the designated hitting is number 16, Nolan Gorman. Hitting sixth and playing shortstop is number 11, Paul DeYoung. Batting seventh in center field is number 3, Dylan Carlson. Hitting eighth and doing the catching is number 4, Yadier Molina. And batting ninth at second base, wearing number 19, is Tommy Edman. And they are going to be facing Corbin Burnes, the reigning Cy Young Award winner. He's got an 8-5 record. He's got a 2.45 ERA, but most impressive is he's struck out 175 batters so far this year. Well, those are your starting lineups. We'll be back in just a couple moments to get things rolling here. Hang tight, everybody. We appreciate you all for being here. I'll be right back after this.
Hello, guys. Steve Rademacher coming at you. I'm having my 500 subscriber giveaway if we get there by the end of this year. That's my name and my channel, Steve Rademacher. All you have to do is be publicly subscribed, and then you can enter to win once we hit the magic number. Either an unopened, still sealed box of Star Trek official trading cards, Next Generation and Original Series. If that's not your cup of tea, we have Fleer Adrenaline with a Deer Dick rookie card. I have pulled out an autograph from one of these, and there are relics. If that's not your thing, how about an unopened box of 1987 Donruss Baseball? Just come watch me, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Appreciate you there, Matt and Dave and Steve, all supporters of the Last Wraps Baseball channel. We'll be back in 45 seconds with the starting lineups here again as we are about ready to get this one underway. Welcome back, everybody. We're just under a couple minutes from the first pitch of the ball game, and it is going to be the Brewers and the Cardinals who we are covering tonight. It is a second game of the three-game set. The Brewers dropped the first one yesterday, and it is a dogfight right now for the top spot in the National League Central. The way it's shaping up, it has a look that, if you would have asked me about a month ago, that there would have been two teams from the Central more than likely making the playoffs, but the way things look today, you're probably going to have to win the division if you're going to get in. The Philadelphia Phillies have been playing outstanding baseball. Right now, the Brewers are on the outside looking in at the wild card position. They currently stand a game and a half behind the Cardinals as they have a 60-51 record. The Cardinals are 62-50. They have an extra half game played. The Cardinals are on a roll right now. They have won 8 of their last 10. And the Brewers are trending in the wrong direction as they have only won 3 of their last 10. The deadline acquisitions for the Cardinals last night, Jordan Montgomery, who came over from the New York Yankee organization, got the victory over Eric Lauer, and he has been a boon for the Cardinals. And today it is the matchup of the aces of the staff, Adam Wainwright and Corbin Burns. Well, tomorrow, one of the other acquisitions that the Cardinals made at the deadline is the pitcher that they got from the Pirates, and that would be Jose Quintana, as Quintana is going to be taking to the hill tomorrow night for the Cardinals against the Milwaukee Brewers. And it is those two arms that have been slotted into the starting staff that has given them a boost for sure. If I would have to say this about both teams, I would have to give the edge in pitching to the Milwaukee Brewers moving down the stretch, even though the Cardinals have made those acquisitions. But offensively, the Milwaukee Brewers have not been playing very well lately, and that would be a concern if you are a Brewer fan. So Adam Wainwright is on the hill. He's taking his warm-up tosses, and we're about ready to get this one underway. It'll be Christian Yelich, Willy Adames, and Rowdy Tellez to get things going. When we look at the lineup tonight for the Brewers, only Colton Wong is their leading hitter in terms of average. He's batting .258. Christian Yelich is at .256, and Andrew McCutchen at .253. Those are the high watermarks. Most of the team is batting between the .220 and .260 mark, or at least .258 at the high end. And that is a problem for the Brewers so far this year. Not enough offense for them, at least recently, to go along with their good pitching. So they're going to have to play, they're going to have to pitch well, they're going to have to good defense. But more importantly, they're going to have to find a way to start getting the bats heated up so they can start producing some runs for the pitching staff. Well, Adam Wainwright has completed his warm-up tosses, and we are just about ready to get this one underway as Christian Yelich is striding to the plate. Yelich on the season hitting .256. He's got 8 homers and 35 runs batted in. He does have 16 stolen bases in the top spot, but really in a lot of ways, Christian Yelich has not been the same player since winning himself an MVP and basically fracturing his kneecap. And those are the two pieces that are where he has found himself in a bit of a issue. So Adam Wainwright taking to the hill. Christian Yelich digging in, and this one is about ready to get underway as the home plate umpire for this one, Brian Knight, has signaled to play ball. The first pitch of the ball game is a fastball that misses down and in for ball one, and the count is 1-0. The umpires for Knight's game, Brian Knight, as we said, is working behind the plate. It's Ryan Willis, who is at first base. The second base umpire is Roberto Ortiz, and Doug Eddings is holding down the rocking chair at third base. And there's a fastball swung on. It's grounded softly over to second. It is fielded on the run by Tommy Edman. He throws to first, and Christian Yelich is retired on a groundout 4-3 for out number 1 here in the first inning. That'll bring up the shortstop, Willie Adames. So 1 up and 1 away, and the Brewers bring Adames to the plate. He is batting .225 on the season. He's got 22 homers. He's got 64 runs batted in. So Adames getting the nod as the everyday shortstop. There were a number of potential players who could play there, including Luis Arias, who was acquired in a trade from the Padres a few years ago that slotted in that spot. The first pitch is a fastball that misses up and in, and the count is 1-0 to Adames. Wainwright working from the windup. He rocks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike for the KG right-hander for St. Louis. They do have a shift on for Adames as there's 3 fielders to the left side of the infield. And there's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count runs to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And here's the pitch from Wainwright. It's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner. The count now goes to 2-2. Defensively for the Cardinals tonight, from left to right, it's Brendan Donovan in left. The center fielder is Dylan Carlson, and Lars Nootbaar is getting the start in right field. As Wainwright rocks into the delivery, and he delivers a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count's now 3-2. Around the horn from first to third, it's Goldschmidt at first. The second baseman is Edman. Shortstop tonight is Paul DeYoung, and the third baseman is Nolan Arenado. And the battery is Wainwright and Yadier Molina. Wainwright rocks into the motion and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Adames is gone for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. For Rowdy Tellez, he's enjoying himself a decent campaign as he's been playing pretty much every day for the Brewers. This is his 107th game of the year. He's approaching a career high, which he had with the Toronto Blue Jay organization back in 2019. He's hitting .238 with 23 homers and 71 runs batted in. He's already posted career highs in many offensive categories. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is ball 1. 1-0 to Tellez. Tellez has 23 homers. That eclipsed his previous mark of 21, and his 71 RBIs. He's already beat up his previous mark of 54. As the breaking ball misses outside, and the count is now 2-0 to Tellez. Tellez does get his share of base on balls, but compared to baseball played today, he really doesn't strike out a ton. He has struck out 82 times in 412 at-bats. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses inside, and the count is now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes. So in essence, basically, he strikes out 20% of the time, and it's a little bit on the lower side of the spectrum these days as Wainwright rocks into the motion and there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and Tellez is going to get himself a 2-out walk. So Tellez is aboard, and that brings up the designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen. For McCutchen, he's hitting .253. He's got 11 homers and 50 RBIs. There was some speculation when the Brewers signed him in the offseason and he came in. There were questions why they were bringing Andrew McCutchen in. But he has played himself into a decent role in Milwaukee. The rise and the fall of some of their players, specifically the fall of Lorenzo Cain, as the first pitch is a fastball that misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0 to McCutchen. Lorenzo Cain was released earlier this year, and his game had really fallen off. He had himself a great career and began in the Milwaukee organization and ended in the Milwaukee organization. In between, he had some great years with the Royals. There's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to McCutchen. But the outfield has a different look with Hunter Renfroe in right and Christian Yelich in left. They really haven't sorted out the center field situation. It's been a bit of a revolving door in Milwaukee this year. And there's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-2. Tyrone Taylor gets the start tonight. They've had Jonathan Davis in the outfield. They acquired Ruiz in the trade with the Padres, who may get a run out at some point. But there is help on the way in the Brewers organization, but it may not be in the immediate future, as they do have a couple outfielders who are in the prospect list. There's the fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-2 on McCutchen. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. They do have a shift on for McCutchen. They have 3 fielders to the left side of the infield. The second baseman, Edman, is just to the left of second base on the outfield grass. There's a breaking ball that is waved at and missed. And McCutchen is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. So for Wainwright and the Cardinals, there were no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. Through a half inning, it is the Milwaukee Brewers, nothing. The St. Louis Cardinals coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with the call at the bottom of the 1st inning. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to go check him out.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the top of the order coming up here for the Cardinals in the bottom half of the 1st inning. That means Lars Nootbaar, Brendan Donovan, and Paul Goldschmidt to face the right-hander Corbin Burns. Burns has that 8-5 record on the year. He's had 16 quality starts in 22 starts. He is going to be getting things going here. He's a workhorse for sure for the Brew Crew as he begins the bottom of the 1st inning. So Nootbaar on the season batting .241. He's got 5 homers and 21 runs batted in. And Burns kicks and delivers. It's a fastball at 96 miles an hour taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. There has been some changes in the Cardinals lineup. They have Tommy Edman all the way down. He was batting some leadoff earlier this year. He's batting in the 9 spot right now. But the heart of the order is pretty much intact. There's a fastball swung on it, is lined over to the second baseman, and Colton Wong moving to his right, able to spear that on the line. That is going to be out number 1. Nootbaar hit the ball right on the screws, but hit the ball right to the glove of Wong for the 1st out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. So for Donovan on the year, he's batting .280. He's got a couple of homers and 30 runs batted in. There's been some rookies that have come up and have really put some energy into the Cardinal lineup, and of course Donovan would be one of those. And there's a first pitch fastball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Able to give good production, able to get on base. He's got a .397 on base percentage. He hasn't stolen a lot of bases, and he doesn't have a lot of juice, but he's had the ability to get on base. And he's also played some fairly decent defense for the Cardinals as well. Here comes the 1-0 offering. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1-1 to Donovan. They do have a shift on for the left-handed hitting left fielder, as they have 3 fielders to the right side. The third baseman, so there's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 2-1. The third baseman, Luis Arias, is kind of in the 6 hole, but he's right on the infield grass. So he's still concerned about maybe taking away a bunt for a base hit. They are giving him completely the left side of the infield, pretty much. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 3-1 on Donovan. So 3 balls and 1 strike. It'll be Goldschmidt and Arenado here to follow. Waggling the bat is Donovan, and here comes the offering from Corbin Burns. He kicks and he fires. It's a fastball swung on it. It's lined into center field. Drifting back on it is Tyrone Taylor. The ball really carried. And that is going to retire Donovan for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away, and that brings up first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. Defensively tonight for the Brewers, around from left to right in the outfield, it is Christian Yelich in left. The center fielder is Tyrone Taylor, and the right fielder is Hunter Renfroe. Around the horn from first to third, it's Rowdy Tellez at first. Colton Wong is the second baseman. Willie Adames at short, and Luis Arias is at third. And the battery is of Corbin Burns and Victor Caratini. So Goldschmidt steps to the plate, waiting on the first offering from Burns. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. I'm starting to wonder if Paul Goldschmidt was going to sniff the Hall of Fame, as his numbers had fallen off recently in the last couple of years. But he's having an outstanding season this year for the Cardinals, arguably the best of his career. And here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. For Goldschmidt, he's batting .331. He's got 28 homers and 89 runs batted in. He is a leader in the National League in many offensive categories, or at or near the top. He's leading in batting average, on base, slugging, on base plus slugging. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that catches the inside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2. So the best season he's had probably since the 2018 year, when he was still with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Cardinals fans, I'm sure, are not complaining about his play at all. Here comes the 1-2 pitch now to Goldschmidt, as Burns holds, and he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that's spiked up to the plate. That's going to run the count now to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Goldschmidt. It'll be Nolan Arenado waits his turn on deck, should Goldschmidt be able to get on. They do shift for Goldschmidt, but not with the same intent they do for others. They have 2 fielders on each side of the infield, 2 on the left side, 2 on the right, but the second baseman is very up the middle, and there's a fastball swung on and fouled off right at home plate. The count remains at 2-2 to Goldschmidt. One would have to think that Goldschmidt would probably be a player that would throw his hat into the ring for the World Baseball Classic. He's that kind of guy. Looked like that Bryce Harper had stated that he wants to play for Team USA in the Classic in 2023. Should be a lot of fun and a lot of excitement. Some entertaining games that may have a little bit more meaning, and when the players draw their country's jerseys on in the month of March. And here's the pitch from Burns. It's a fastball that misses down. They appeal down to the first base umpire, Ryan Willis, but they say that Goldschmidt doesn't go, and that's going to run the count to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to to Paul Goldschmidt. Nootbaar and Donovan were the first 2 retired here in the first inning. And Goldschmidt here waiting on the 3-2 offering from Burns. As he holds, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's grounded up the middle, right to the glove of the second baseman, Wong. He throws to first, and Goldschmidt is retired on a ground out, 4-3 for out number 3. Well, for the Cardinals in their half of the first inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 1 complete. It's the Brewers nothing, the Cardinals nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the second inning after this. We appreciate you all for checking us out. Hang tight. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name, and I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top half of the second inning, and it'll be the Brewers coming to bat. It's going to be Hunter Renfroe, Colton Wong, and Luis Arias to face the ace of the Cardinals staff, Adam Wainwright. And so it is a 40th anniversary year in St. Louis, the 40th anniversary of the St. Louis Cardinals winning the World Series. And there are a lot of former players that are in and celebrating. Ozzie Smith in the building tonight. Think about Ozzie Smith and what a move that was to be able to get him out of the San Diego Padre organization in return for Gary Templeton. The first pitch is a fastball delivered to Hunter Renfroe, taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Ozzie Smith made for the turf field at Busch Stadium, the slick fielding shortstop, and acrobatic and athletic shortstop had a phenomenal career. There was a fastball swung on. This ball has popped up into shallow center field. Coming in on it is the center fielder, Carlson. He makes the catch. That is going to retire Hunter Renfroe for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Colton Wong. So for Colton Wong, he's batting .258. He's got 8 homers and 30 runs batted in. So we were saying about Ozzie Smith and one of the greats of the game, being able to play the shortstop position in St. Louis and certainly changed the game in a lot of ways defensively. Hall of Famer, he was recognized for his glove first. When you think of the Hall of Fame, a lot of people get hung up on the offensive numbers. He was a game changer defensively. As here comes the offering from the right-hander Wainwright. It's a breaking ball that misses inside for ball one, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Wong. Colton Wong, the former St. Louis Cardinal, who now applies his trade for the Brewers, takes a breaking ball over for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Wainwright, in many ways, is a shell of his former self. And I say that not because of the way that he pitches, but he's just lost the velocities. Doesn't really get into those low 90s anymore. He's usually kind of sits in the upper 80s. But he does mix his pitches well, and he knows how to pitch. And it's a breaking ball that misses, and the count's now 2-1 to Wong. For Colton Wong, he was originally a first-round pick of the Cardinals. There was a fastball swung on. The bat is broken. It is fielded by the first baseman, Goldschmidt. And he's going to come over and step on the bag, and that is going to do it. That ball just sawed right off the hands of the bat. Was sawed right off by Adam Wainwright. As it was a ground out to 3 for the second out. All that was left in the hands of Wong as he ran down to first base was the handle. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. That brings Luis Arias to the plate. Arias is hitting .231. He's got 12 homers and 38 RBIs. We were saying at the outset of the stream that the Brewers' batting averages in the lineup tonight have ranged from as low as .224 up to as high as .258 and all points in between. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. They don't have anybody that is really carrying the mail in the lineup here tonight. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Arias. And that is going to be a problem for the Brewers. especially when it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit at game time. That's weather that hitters love to hit in. The ball will really travel as the weather heats up. Guys love playing in the heat, or at least hitting in the heat. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-2. And so when you're playing and you've got ideal conditions and your team isn't hitting, that is a lot to be concerned about. It's the 81st game of the season played by Urias. As Wainwright rocks into the motion and he delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 1-2. When I look at this lineup here for the Brewers, I don't necessarily say that it's something that strikes fear into me, but it is something that they are, I would say, underachieving as a collective group. I would have to think they've got to be just a little bit better than what they are. Even the producers such as Rowdy Tellez, average-wise, and Adames, and certainly Christian Yelich. There's a fastball that's taken for a called third strike. Urias stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for out number 3, and that is going to do it here in the second inning for the Brewers. Well, there was no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 1.5. It is the Brewers nothing, the Cardinals nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call. The bottom of the second inning after this when we return. Appreciate y'all for checking us out. Hang tight. We'll be right back from this and our friend Matt Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the heart of the St. Louis batting order coming up here in the bottom of the second inning to face the right-hander Corbin Burns. That means Nolan Arenado, Nolan Gorman, and Paul DeJong as Burns steps in to start his second inning of work. The right-hander in the first inning had a very efficient 14 pitches to retire the side in order. The first pitch is a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count's 0-1. For Arenado, he's batting .303 on the year. He's got 25 homers and 73 runs batted in. That's from the right side against the right-handed Burns, who kicks and delivers. There's a fastball at 95 that catches the outside corner, and the count is now 0-2. One thing I'll say about Burns is, tonight as I watch him, it looks like he's got pretty good command of his fastball. He is living on the outer edges of the plate on both sides. So no balls and 2 strikes. As the right-hander now comes set. And he kicks and he delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at no balls and 2 strikes to Arenado. Just as a programming note, we are going to be on the air again later tonight as we continue our coverage of the NPB. It'll be the third game of the set between the Oryx Buffaloes and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. We called last night's game, and it was a sayonara home run, as they like to call it in Japan. It's a walk-off home run, and there's a fastball that misses inside to Arenado, and the count's now 1-2. As Yukio Shudo was able to do that, and he was able to walk off the Oryx Buffaloes in the bottom of the 9th inning. So that's where all the action is on our channel, as we like to do those games. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly up the middle. It is fielded on the backhand by the second baseman, Wong. What a beautiful play as he throws on the run and is able to nip Arenado. It's going to go down as a ground out 4-3 for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Nolan Gorman. Nolan Gorman, he's batting .303 on the season. He's got 25 homers and 73 runs batted in. I'd like to acknowledge Juan Garcia for subscribing to the channel. Juan, we appreciate you for doing that. Hopefully you'll stick around and be able to enjoy some of our streams in the next little bit as well. So here's the first pitch, and is a breaking ball that misses down and away to Gorman, and the count is quickly 1-0. Gorman hitting .242 with the 13 homers and 27 runs batted in. Gorman was considered a high-end prospect in the Cardinal organization, and he finally arrived. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, it missed, and the count is 1-1. Gorman was a third baseman in the minor leagues, and for a lot of people, they thought that the acquisition of Nolan Arenado was going to block him, but he gets the start tonight as the designated hitter, but he's been playing quite a bit of second base this year. And here comes the 1-1 offering. It's a fastball that misses down and in, and the count's now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. They do have the shift on for Gorman. There are 3 fielders to the right side, although the shortstop, Willie Adames, is just to the right of second base. Here comes the offering. It is a fastball that is taken for a called strike, and the count is now 2-2. I'm sure there would be a couple words from the Cardinal dugout on that one, as that pitch looked like it was a little bit low. Victor Caratini did a nice job of being able to get under the pitch. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the right-hander holds set, now he delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Gorman stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that go by for out number 2, and that's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Paul DeYoung. So if you've dialed in tonight looking for offense from either of these 2 teams, the pitchers Wainwright and Burns appear early on to be really on their game. Looks like it's going to be a tough night for the hitters. So DeYoung steps in. He's batting .188 on the year. He's got 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. Right-hander Burns holds at the belt, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down for ball 1. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Paul DeYoung. DeYoung has an all-star appearance under his belt. That was back in the 2019 season as he swings at a fastball, and this one is going to be a looping liner into center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. DeYoung's got himself a 2-out single. It's the first hit of the game for either team. That is going to bring up the switch-hitting center fielder, Dylan Carlson. DeYoung just got that one right off the end of the bat. He was able to have enough strength to power through it and get it past the head of the shortstop, Willie Adames, into center field. So Carlson steps to the plate. He's batting .238. He's got 7 homers and 34 runs batted in. Curious to see the development of Carlson here. There was a lot of hype around him last year as a rookie. He first pitches a fastball that catches it, just misses the outside corner. Boy, the way that the home plate umpire, Brian Knight, was going up, it looked like he was going up with the right hand, and he sure didn't do that. That's ball 1 to Carlson. So here comes the 1-0 pitch, but instead they fire over to first, and diving back in time is the base runner DeYoung. The Cardinals really don't have a serious base running threat outside of Tommy Edman in the lineup today. Edman's got 23 stolen bases, and when you combine the rest of the players in the lineup, everybody else has got 21 total. There's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes to Carlson. The next leader on the team with stolen bases is Paul Goldschmidt, who's got 5. Now, mind you, Paul Goldschmidt in his career has been able to steal bases remember one year when he was with the Diamondback organization and they asked him, what's the number one thing that you're going to work on in spring training? And he says, my base running. And so, a lot of guys will say my hitting, it'll be their fielding, it'll be, whatever it might be within the scope of their hitting. There's a fastball taken for a called strike and the count is 2-1, but Goldschmidt would go in saying that he wanted to work on his base running. And for Paul Goldschmidt, early in his career, not only did he do it, but he stole 32 bases a year as a first baseman in 2016. So that's worth taking note of. You think about it, how many first basemen in the last 50 years have stole 30 or more bases? There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and count as 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carlson. We're saying about Dylan Carlson, and in a lot of ways that there's some disappointment with his development. I'd have to think that he's going to have to take a leap here in the next year or so. At least that's in my mind. They've cleared out Harrison Bader as the job in center field is basically his. I think they want to see a little uptick in the offense. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the left field line, but it's going to slice into the seats. It's going to keep the count at 2-2. There's a healthy crowd tonight in St. Louis. I don't think it's a sellout. There are some empty seats in the upper deck, but certainly in the lower deck, there are a lot of people in St. Louis for this one. So Burns gets himself a new baseball and he's ready to go back at it. He toes the rubber from the first base side as he checks the sign from his catcher Caratini, and now he comes set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And Carlson is down on strikes for the third out of the inning, so Burns does his job as he retires the side. There were no runs, there was a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 2 complete in St. Louis. It is the Brewers nothing, the Cardinals nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 3rd inning. After this, when we return, we appreciate everybody stopping in tonight to listen. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to go check him out. Let him know Last Raps Baseball sent you.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of our channel, and in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call at the top of the 3rd inning after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order coming up for the Milwaukee Brewers. It'll be Victor Caratini, Tyrone Taylor, and Christian Yelich. See if they can figure out Adam Wainwright tonight, who has been very effective in his 2 innings of work. Right-hander here ready to take over again for inning number 3. Wainwright, as we said, he's not got the power that he once had, but he is living on the outer inch of each side of the plate. And he's able to have and exhibit some fantastic control. Here's the first pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count's 1-0 to Caratini. 28 pitches in the first 2 innings for the St. Louis right-hander. As rocking into the motion and delivering is Wainwright. There's a breaking ball that swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 1-1. Caratini hitting .233 with 8 homers and 22 RBIs. He was known as a long time as the personal catcher for Yu Darvish. He began catching Darvish with the Cubs, and he was traded along with Darvish to the Padres. Then the Padres flipped him over to the Brewers. There's a breaking ball swung on it, is grounded over to first. Goldschmidt fields it. He runs over and touches the base, and that is going to retire Caratini on a ground out to first for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the center fielder Tyrone Taylor. So for Taylor, he's hitting .224 on the year. He's got 12 homers and 40 RBIs. Taylor now kind of been given the opportunity to play in center field. The former second-round pick of the Brewers back in the 2012 draft, there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Taylor. He's from Torrance, California. He went to Torrance High School. Now Wainwright rocks into the motion and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Drifting back on it at the edge of the warning track and making the catch is Lars Nootbaar, and that is going to be out number 2. So 2 up and 2 away. It's going to leave it up to the left fielder, Christian Yelich. So for Christian Yelich tonight, he is officially 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. His average is at .256 with those 8 homers and 35 runs batted in. This series here for the Brewers, as there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Even really, if they can get 1 out of the 3 games on the road here against the Cardinals, it'll keep them in check. Both of these teams here have been drifting back a little bit, and as we mentioned at the top of the stream, I don't think there's going to be 2 teams out of the Central that'll make the playoffs. I think there'll be a wild card team. It's going to come from, or the 3 wild card teams will come from the West and from the East, but the Central no longer. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Christian Yelich loses control of the bat as it goes all the way down the first base line, so he's going to have to get that retrieved by the bat boy. Yelich has a good grin out of that one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. It'll be Willy Adames who waits his turn on deck should Yelich find a way on here against the right-hander Wainwright. Wainwright working on the first base side of the rubber, rocks into the motion, and he kicks and he delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It's going to be lifted foul into the seats behind third base. That keeps the count at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Our friend Troy is in the house tonight. He says this should be an interesting pitching duel. Both pitchers tonight are on their game. They have great command of their pitches. They're working both sides of the plate effectively. So we welcome you, Troy, and thanks for stopping in. There's the breaking ball swung on and missed. And Yelich is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning, and that is going to do it here in the top of the 3rd. Well, for the Brewers in their half of the 3rd, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 2.5. It is the Milwaukee Brewers no score, the St. Louis Cardinals no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call of the bottom of the 3rd inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could make it in here with us tonight. Here's one of our Did You Knows. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the third inning. It is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for the Cardinals. That means Yadier Molina, Tommy Edman, and the top of the order, Lars Nootbaar, face the right-handed slants of Corbin Burns. Our friend Troy says he loves the Did You Knows, and he says always teaches him something. We got some more in the works, and a couple of the ones that we have that are a little bit, I don't want to say dated. We have a couple that we have to update some of the numbers on. So they're going to be deleted from our stream, but we are going to add a few more here coming up in the next bit. The first pitch is a fastball delivered to Yadi Molina, and he swings and fouls it off on the first base side, and the count is quickly 0-1. For Molina on the year, he's batting .212. He's got a couple homers and 12 RBIs. As we were saying in this one here, a great pitching matchup between the reigning Cy Young Award winner and a former Cy Young Award winner. And here comes the pitch from Burns. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded softly to short. It is fielded by Adames. He throws across the infield. That's going to retire Molina. A ground out 6-3 for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Tommy Edman. For Tommy Edman on the season, he's hitting .255. He's got 7 homers and 38 runs batted in. He mentioned in the last half inning, he has 23 stolen bases on the year. And everybody else in the lineup tonight has combined for 21. Tommy Edman has been hitting in the leadoff spot at times this year, and he's been a fire starter. And certainly with his speed, whether he's hitting 1 or 9, he can work as a table setter in either spot. There's a first pitch fastball. It's tapped back to the pitcher, Burns. He flips it underhand over to Tellez at first. It's going to go down as a ground out 1-3. So 3 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. That is going to bring up the top of the order in Lars Nootbaar. I have to say, Corbin Burns hardly breaking a sweat in his 2 innings of work, and he's really started off here in the third inning the same way. So Nootbaar steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. He lined out to the second baseman his first time up. Burns leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, Caratini. Even with nobody on, he works in the stretch position. He kicks and delivers. It's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Nootbaar. I would think that the way both of these pitchers are going tonight, the 7th inning is not going to be out of the question for either. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Nootbaar. As we mentioned earlier, with the trade line trade of Harrison Bader, it really cleaned up, or I should say cleared up some outfield space and playing time for some of the outfielders. As there's a breaking ball that just misses outside, and the count is 2-1. You think they've got Carlson and Donovan and Nootbaar in the lineup tonight, and sitting on your bench, you've got a 2-time Gold Glove winner in Tyler O'Neill. There's also Corey Dickerson is also on the roster. There was a fastball taken for a called strike, and that stood Nootbaar up because he didn't think that was a strike. You can just tell because of his reaction, he knew that he didn't think it was that. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nootbaar. Only 2 strikeouts so far in this one for Burns, as he entered the game tonight with 175 under his belt. Here comes the offering. And squaring to bunt with 2 strikes was Nootbaar, and that pitch is a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 3-2. We've seen that quite a bit this year. The San Francisco Giants are one of those teams that, with 2 strikes, some of their players, especially when the shift is on for the left-handed batters, Brandon Belt has been really good at it this year. 2 strikes, he'll drop a bunt down the third baseline and run for days because nobody's there to field it. They lead all of baseball with bunts for base hits to the San Francisco Giants. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is tapped softly foul over on the first base side. And the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nootbaar. So Burns ready to go back to work. The right-hander gets himself a new baseball, and Nootbaar steps in ready to face the offering here at 3-2. As he waggles the bat, Burns leans in. He gets the sign from his Catcher Caratini, he works set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called third strike. And that was a 180-degree turn by Nootbaar, and he walks right back to the dugout for the third out of the inning. Well, that is going to do it here in the bottom of the third. There were no runs in the inning, no hits. There were no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 3 complete in St. Louis. It is the Brewers nothing, the Cardinals nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the top of the fourth in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys can make it here with us. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher again.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of the channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call at the top of the fourth inning. Glad you guys could make it in here with us today. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the order coming up for the Brewers. That means Willy Adames, Rowdy Tellez, and Andrew McCutchen will come up to face Adam Wainwright. Wainwright, very effective, as we said in his first 3 innings of work, and there's a breaking ball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. 38 pitches through 3 for Wainwright. First at bat for Adames, he struck out as the second out of the first inning, and here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Adames. Adames's average has dipped to 224 on the year as the right-hander works into the delivery, and there's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. Brewers are looking for their first hit tonight. They've had 1 base runner. It was a 4-pitch walk to Rowdy Tellez in the first inning. That has been it against the right-hander Wainwright. As he rocks into the motion and he kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Adames. Tellez will be followed by McCutchen as they get into the meat of the order. I just have a feeling the way this is shaping up, it could be a 1-0 or 2-1 game. There's a fastball swung on it. It is lifted into deep center field. Drifting back on it is the center fielder, Carlson, and he makes the catch in front of the warning track, and that is going to retire Adames for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. I think if I have in my mind, the question will be is how long the starter will go. In other words, if Burns can go 8, but Wainwright only goes 7 when it gets into the bullpen, that is where this game could be decided. And certainly how both of these pitchers have been economical in their pitches, I would not be surprised they get at least into the 7th inning. There was a first pitch fastball swung on it. It just popped up on the left side of the infield. Coming over underneath it is Arenado. He had to come away as he was set up in the shortstop position, but that's going to retire Tellez for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen. So for McCutchen, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first time up. .253 is his batting average. He's got 11 homers and 50 runs batted in. So he bats from the right side against the right-handed throwing Wainwright. Interesting to watch as Wainwright still works off of that first base side of the rubber. He doesn't move around much. And the first pitch breaking ball swung on and grounded foul past the third base coach's box, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to McCutchen. Our friend Steve Rademacher in the house. And he's a big Milwaukee Brewer fan. There's a breaking ball that just misses inside, and the count goes to 1-1 on McCutchen. And certainly watching this season, it was probably an increase in beer sales in Milwaukee to kill the pain for these Brewers who have been, I would say, floundering in some ways. It's a good thing they're playing in the, I would say, maybe the second worst division in baseball. The American League Central, I think, has got the dibs on the worst. There's a fastball that is swung on and is tap foul over on the first base side. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes now to McCutchen. I had to wait on that one. As he checked his swing, it looked like it actually hit the knob of the bat as he fouled that one off. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to McCutchen. Not like the National League Central is particularly strong with the Pirates, the Reds, and the Cubs. So here comes the 1-2 offering as Wainwright now kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and that runs the count to 2-2. But in my opinion, these two teams here are really the only things to talk about in the National League Central. As Wainwright kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly to third. Arenado fields it. He throws across the diamond. That's going to retire McCutchen on a ground out 5-3 for the third out of the inning. That'll do it here for the Brewers in their half of the fourth. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 3.5. It is the Cardinals nothing, the Brewers nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments with the call of the bottom of the fourth inning after this. Here is our friend Dave again.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game. And Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Fox Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you, Dave, and your support of the channel, and in turn, we support Dave as well. Be sure to check out him after the ball game. We'll be back in just a few with the call of the bottom of the fourth inning. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the batting order coming up to bat for the St. Louis Cardinals. That means Brendan Donovan, Paul Goldschmidt, and Nolan Arenado. They're going to be facing Corbin Burns for the second time through the order here. So it is Donovan, Goldschmidt, and Arenado ready to go as the right-hander Burns ready to go back to work. 42 pitches in 3 innings for Burns. The first pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Donovan. Donovan tonight 0 for 1 as he flew out to center field his first time up. His average has dipped to 279 on the year. Right-hander Burns gets his sign from Caratini. He works set at the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to reach the seats behind the third base dugout, and that runs the count quickly to 0-2 on Donovan. Corbin Burns tonight Only 3 strikeouts through his first 3 innings. As we said, he had 175 entering the contest tonight. As the batter, Donovan, waggles the bat. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and count is 1-2. And the reason I say only 3 strikeouts is those 175 entering tonight's game. He's done that in 136 innings. So he's striking out guys out at a clip at well over 1 per inning. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. As Burns kicks and delivers a fastball swung on and fouled away. It's going to keep the count at 1-2. That last pitch was at 97 miles an hour. The difference between these 2 pitchers tonight is not very much other than the velocity. The velocity, Burns has been 96, 97. As the right-hander Wainwright, I don't know if I've seen anything at 90 miles an hour yet. 88, 89 is where he's been sitting pretty much the whole night. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down and squirts away a little bit from the catcher Caratini. That runs the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Goldschmidt and Arenado to follow here in the Cardinals' 4th. This game has had good tempo and pace because we really haven't had many base runners. The Cardinals had a single from Paul DeJong back in the 2nd inning and a base on balls to Rowdy Tellez in the 1st, and that's been it. There's a ball that is struck to the left side of the infield. It's diving and getting past the diving third baseman Luis Arias, and that ball is going to be into left field for a base hit. So Donovan aboard here with a single. That's the 2nd hit of the ball game for the Cardinals. So just as we talk about hits at a premium, Donovan delivers, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. It was a good effort by Urias. He dove, and the ball was just got underneath his glove as he was diving to his right. So Goldschmidt tonight is 0 for 1. He grounded out to the 2nd baseman his first time up. And here he is waiting on the first offering from Corbin Burns. He holds set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal over to the first base umpire. And again, Ryan Willis says no, Goldschmidt didn't go. A favorable call in the 1st inning, and he gets another one here in the 4th. So 1 ball and no strikes to Goldschmidt. And Burns works set at the belt. Ready to go back at it again. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball at 97 that misses down. The count is now 2-0. Keeping an eye on the runner Donovan at first base. He's only got a couple of stolen bases this year. He's been thrown out 3 times. He can run, but his timing maybe isn't quite there for picking up these stolen bases. It is the right side of the infield is got a gaping hole as the 2nd baseman Colton Wong is really shading towards the bag at 2nd base. A weak ground ball to the right side should get through into the outfield. Should Goldschmidt be able to stay inside the ball here? So 2 balls and no strikes to Goldschmidt. That was the 50th pitch that Burns has thrown so far here tonight. As he throws over to first base and diving back in time is the runner Donovan. Some ways you don't want to take the bat out of the hands of Goldschmidt or Arenado because both of these players, on their own merit, can swing the stick. So here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field. Moving back on it, and underneath it is the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. He makes the catch. That's going to retire Goldschmidt for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. Sorry, that's 1 away here with the runner Donovan at first, and that'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Nolan Arenado. For Arenado, he's batting .302 on the season. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out to the 2nd baseman his first time up. So Corbin Burns having his way with the Cardinals hitters, as is Wainwright with the Brewers hitters. As we mentioned, the only thing that it's going to be is how deep these two starters can go. Once it gets turned over to the bullpen, we'll find out from there where it's going to sit. And here comes the first offering to Goldschmidt, or to Arenado. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-1. The talk of the day yesterday in Major League Baseball was the 80-game suspension handed down to Fernando Tatis Jr. I'd be interested to hear what maybe some more of the comments of the players that the Padres had to have. They said they're in the playoffs without him, so there's a fastball swung on and missed. The count is 0-2. But how he would have helped the ball club there in San Diego, it's a difference maker where he could put him over the top. So now it really makes you wonder how they're going to fare in the playoffs. I've been saying all along, I kind of like the Mets with the Scherzer, DeGrom. Can't count the Braves out. And of course, the Dodgers are right now the best team in baseball. But will the Cardinals or the Brewers be able to get in there and knock one of those teams out off their pedestal? I think they have enough to get through at least a series, maybe two. I don't know if either of these two clubs are World Series bound this year. Here comes the 0-2 offering. As Burns delivers, it's a fastball. It swung on. It breaks the bat of Arenado. Burns fields it. He's going to take it himself all the way to first base. It's going to be a ground out to one. And Arenado is retired for the second out. That bat was sawed off in the hands of Arenado. It's going to advance Donovan over to second. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Nolan Gorman. It's the second time in as many innings we've seen bats come flying apart. In the last half inning, it was the bat of Andrew McCutchen that was broken. And we also saw earlier on Colton Wong get sawed off by Adam Wainwright. So Gorman 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out looking his first time up. Here comes the first offering from Burns. He kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner for a called strike. The count is 0-1. I was saying earlier that maybe this game will be a 1-0 or 2-1 game, but it might be one of those situations where it's a solo shot, and that's all the scoring we're going to see. We're seeing great pitching, though, between both of these two right-handers. Burns checks the runner at second base, and now he kicks, but he does the inside move to flush Donovan back to the bag. The count is still 0 balls and 1 strike to Nolan Gorman. Burns ready to go again. He holds at the belt. There is a fastball swung on, and it's fouled away down the right field line. That's going to run the count now to 0-2. So 0 balls and 2 strikes. Corbin Burns gets himself a new baseball. He wipes the sweat off and ready to face Gorman here again. I haven't seen enough of Nolan Gorman, but I can tell you in the short period that I have, I like what I see of this young Cardinals left-handed stick. And there's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded softly over to first. Tellez fields it. He throws to the pitcher covering, and that is going to do it. It's a ground out 3-1 for the third out of the inning. And that will do it here in the fourth for the St. Louis Cardinals. Well, there was no runs in the inning. There was a hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 4 complete in St. Louis. It is the Brewers nothing, the Cardinals nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the top of the 5th inning in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for all listening in. And hopefully you'll join us again a little later for the NPB game tonight. Here is our friend Steve again.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of checked out the top of the fifth inning, and it is a nothing ball game we are all locked in at. We've got Chris in the house. That is the hobbyist. We appreciate you for stopping in tonight. Saw a couple of his videos. He was the Ripkins have a facility there. I think they have about 4 diamonds, and they have like mini replicas of Wrigley Field and Fenway Park, and I think Camden Yards. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count is now 0-2 to Renfroe. And it was kind of a cool piece as far as I know. It's where they have tournaments for kids and stuff like that, and I think they have 14 U tournaments. So no balls and 2 strikes to Hunter Renfroe as the pitcher Wainwright kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded softly over to third. It is fielded by the third baseman, and he fires over to first, does Arenado, and that's going to retire Renfroe on a ground out 5-3 for out number 1 here in the fifth inning, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Colton Wong. So for Colton Wong, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. Wong is seen his average slip to 257. He's got himself 8 homers and 30 runs batted in. So here we are, ready to go back to work as Wainwright. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball at 72 miles an hour that misses up and away for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Wong. Wainwright ready to work. He rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Wainwright doesn't waste a lot of time as he gets a new baseball and he's ready to go back to work. He delivers a breaking ball, and this is swung on. It's lined into right field, but right to the glove of Lars Nootbaar. It was one of the harder hit balls tonight by the Brewers, and that is going to retire Wong for the second time. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Luis Arias. The Brewers tonight are still looking for their first hit. Rowdy Tellez has been the only base runner. He walked back in the first inning. So Arias tonight 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up. As they have their 40th anniversary night going on in St. Louis to honor the 1982 World Series champs. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. You see some of the players that were around, Keith Hernandez and Willie McGee, and now time has been called. As Wainwright was about ready to go into the motion, but Arias hadn't set himself yet. So here comes the 1-0. As Wainwright rocks into the motion and delivers. It's a breaking ball that this is outside, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Arias has quite the routine that he goes through before the pitch is delivered. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 2-1. He always takes a step back with his left foot. He normally retouches the plate. He takes his bat. It goes right up into the air. He comes down into the set position. He's almost like a pitcher in some ways. And then as the pitcher rocks, he leans back. There is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now is 2-2. But he does it every single time. He's got quite the routine. Our friend the hobbyist says it looks like it's a pitcher's duel. Absolutely. These two right-handers here are going head-to-head. Adam Wainwright, fantastic so far through his 4 2/3 innings of work, and Corbin Burns is right there with him. There's a breaking ball swung on, and is it fouled away? It is swung on and missed. It was dropped by the catcher, Molina, and he applies the tag to Arias, and that is going to do it here for out number 3. There were no runs in the inning. There were no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now through 4.5. It is the Milwaukee Brewers, nothing. The St. Louis Cardinals, nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back in just a couple moments after this with the call at the bottom of the 5th inning. Glad you guys could be here.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the order to face Corbin Burns. That means Paul DeJong, Dylan Carlson, and Yadi Molina. Our friend the hobbyist asked the question, and he says, what do you think about Yadi Molina being a first ballot Hall of Famer? Well, I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen because Albert Pujols is going to go in with Yadi, but also if Adam Wainwright calls it a career at the end of this year, I think the Cardinals will send 3 to the Hall, all on their first ballot. There's a breaking ball that is delivered to Paul DeJong that misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. I'm not sure if many people will agree with me or not, but I do think that that's the way that Major League Baseball would orchestrate that. Certainly the Molina and Pujols going in, and Molina's loved. He's really been a guy that's kept his nose clean. Hasn't got into a lot of trouble. Not many there hasn't been any sideshows for him. There's a fastball missing inside to DeJong. The count is now 2-0. So I think he's checked all the boxes at this point to determine that he's probably going to get in. And of course, as a catcher, he's had some pretty decent numbers. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1 on DeJong. DeJong tonight has the only hit against Corbin Burns. He raised his average up to 195 with that knock, as he waits here on the off from the Milwaukee right-hander. Here's the 2-1. It is a fastball that just misses outside, and the count now goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. 57 pitches through the first 4 innings for the right-hander Burns. Sure that both of these teams can't wait for the starters to be gone out of this one. There's a fastball swung on, and it's tap foul over on the third base side. The count is 3-2. Both pitchers very, very effective in their work here. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Burns is ready to face the right-handed hitting DeJong here. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that is swung on and missed. And DeYoung is down on strikes for the first out of the inning, so 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Dylan Carlson. So for Carlson tonight, he is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. His average is dipped down to 237. He's got 7 homers and 34 RBIs. Even though that our friend Steve Rademacher is a Milwaukee Brewer fan, he does appreciate good baseball, and he's got a fancy on for Dylan Carlson. I know Carlson has got all the tools. There's a fastball that just misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. As I mentioned earlier, I'd like to see him take his game to another level. Certainly the batting average, a switch-hitting center fielder. He's a little light on the power and a little light in the stolen base department. And I'd like to see some of those numbers increase a little bit. So 1 ball and no strikes to the switch-hitting Carlson. And there's a fastball swung on his ground. It's softly over to first. Fielded neatly by Tellez. He has to race over to step on the bag as Carlson gets down the line pretty good. It's a ground out to 3 for out number 2. That's going to leave it all up to Yadier Molina. So for Molina, he's 0 for 1 tonight. He's grounded to short his first time up. 212 on the season with 2 homers and 12 runs batted in. It was actually his numbers have dipped to 211 after that ground out. He missed quite a bit of time through injury, and as our friend the hobbyist says, does he get to the Hall? And as I say, I think he is. And I think if Wainwright retires, it's all 3. As a breaking ball drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Hobbyist says, what about Yelly's odds of being a first ballot Hall of Famer? I think we should even be talking about what's his odds of even getting to the Hall. His game has really fallen the last 2-3 seasons at a time where he should be putting up some big numbers. There's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is 1-1. I don't think Christian Yelich, he's going to have some rebound type numbers. The numbers he's had here in the last couple of seasons, ever since he fractured his kneecap, have been a lot to be desired. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is taken on 1 hop. It's grounded by the shortstop Adames. He throws to first. That's a ground out 6-3 for out number 3. And that is going to do it. Our friend the hobbyist says, is he a Dale Murphy? Well, I think Dale Murphy should have been in the Hall, but I don't know. Maybe Murphy's insulted if you say that to him, if you call him Christian Yelich. Well, that's the inning here in the 5th. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are now through 5 complete. It is a 0-0 scoreline as we move to the top of the 6th. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We'll dissect who's going to the Hall and who isn't after this from our friend, Dave.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's 0 O'Clock Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Appreciate you, Dave, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we support Dave as well. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back in just a few after this. Another one of our great musical pieces. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order coming up for the Brewers. That means Victor Caratini, Tyrone Taylor, and Christian Yelich. The Brewers tonight have had only 1 base runner. It was a walk in the first inning to Rowdy Tellez. That has been it. He has got a great line through the first 5 innings, has Wainwright. He has also struck out 5 in those 5 innings of work, and it just goes to show you don't need to throw 105 miles an hour to get batters out. You got to have some command control of your pitches. That's exactly what Adam Wainwright has exhibited here tonight against the Milwaukee Brewers. So 60 pitches through the first 5 innings for the right-hander. And here comes the first pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to second. It is fielded by Edman. He throws it to first from shallow right field. And with 1 pitch, there is 1 away. That's a ground out 4-3. At this pace here, I said about the starting pitchers probably being able to get into the 7th inning. We might be seeing maybe the 8th or the 9th, the way this one's going here. And so very economical for the right-hander Wainwright, who's going to score the first run. And I said before, it might be a solo shot that will do the deed. So Tyrone Taylor steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He's had himself I guess since some career year by his stats, as he takes a fastball in for ball. And Taylor at 28 years old, batting .224. The average isn't particularly great, but he's tied as high in home runs with 12, and he's only 3 off the RBI pace with 40. There's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Tyrone Taylor. He's getting an opportunity to play, as we said, with when they traded Jackie Bradley Jr., although Bradley Jr. was playing in the corner outfield quite a bit last year. Lorenzo Cain getting outrighted. Taylor and Jonathan Davis were playing in the outfield. There's a breaking ball missing down and away, and the count's 1-2. And then you also look at the addition of Ruiz from San Diego, who will probably get a run out or an extended look at some point here in his career. There's a breaking ball waved at and missed. And Taylor is gone for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to bring up the top of the order in Christian Yelich. So as we were talking a little bit before about Yelich, our friend, the hobbyist, says, well, I will wait for the Murph to come get me. Maybe I can get an auto. And we got our friend Mick3Y official in the house. Thanks for stopping in, Mick. We figured we'd be seeing you a little bit later as the first pitch fastball that drops in for a called strike on Yelich, and the count is quickly 0-1. Yelich tonight 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out in his 2 trips to the plate. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on. This is lifted into deep left field, racing back onto the warning track and making the catch as he runs into the wall is the left fielder Donovan. A nice catch. And that is going to do it here to end the threat for the Brewers in the 6th inning. I guess you could call it a threat. The ball was probably hit to the deepest portion of the ballpark tonight. Well, there were no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're now going to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 0-0. Cardinals and the Brew Crew, we appreciate you guys for being here. Adam Wainwright having a gem of a ball game. Hang tight. Here's Matt.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to get you caught up on the out-of-town scoreboard, as this one here is 0-0 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 5-2 victory for the Braves over the Marlins in the first game of a day-night doubleheader. Mueller got the win in Game 1. Jesus Luzardo took the loss. And Kenley Jansen got the save. It was the Toronto Blue Jays knocking off the Cleveland Guardians today 2-1 in Toronto. Anthony Bass got the win for the Jays, and Tristan McKenzie took the loss. Jordan Romano got his 26th save. Tampa Bay Rays, behind the pitching of Shane McClanahan, knocked off DL Hall. Rays 8-11-0. Orioles 2-9-0. The final in that one Clanahan got his 11th win of the year. All the other games are underway. We'll give you some of those as we move around here. Tigers and the White Sox are locked at 4. That's in the bottom of the 5th inning. Also in the bottom of the 5th, the Braves are looking to complete the sweep of the doubleheader. It's 3-1 for the Braves over the Marlins. Here's the first pitch from Corbin Burns. It's a fastball that comes in at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Tommy Edman tonight 0 for 1. He grounded to the pitcher his first time up. It's Edman, Nootbaar, and Donovan here to face the right-hander Burns. The bottom of the 6th inning. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted into left field. Racing over toward the foul line is Yelich, and he's going to make the catch. The ball was slicing away from him, and he was able to run it down. So Edman is retired for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the top of the order in Lars Nootbaar. Other scores from around the NLB after 5 innings, 5 complete, the Cubs have a 3-2 lead over Cincinnati. Padres are winning 3-0 in Washington over the Nationals. That's in the top of the 5th inning. The bottom of the 4th, the Dodgers have a 10-2 lead on the Kansas City Royals. Astros are beating the Athletics 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. As the pitch is delivered from Corbin Burns, a breaking ball swung on and missed by Nootbaar. The count is 0-1. Nootbaar tonight 0 for 2. He has lined to the second baseman and struck out looking his 2 trips to the plate. His average is dipped to 238. Only Donovan and DeYoung have hits off the Milwaukee right-hander tonight. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Other games still in progress include the Astros 4-0 over Oakland. That's in the bottom of the 5th. In the bottom of the 6th, the Mets have a 1-0 lead over the Phillies. Through 4 complete in Texas, the Rangers are beating the Mariners at 4-3. As Corbin Burns delivers a fastball swung on it, missed. The count now goes to 1-2. The other 2 games underway, the Red Sox have a 2-0 lead at Fenway over the Yankees. It's in the top of the 5th inning, and the Diamondbacks and the Rockies, it's 1-0 for the D-backs in the bottom of the 2nd. And the Angels and the Pirates and the Giants are later starts. So here comes the 1-2 offering as Burns comes set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the first baseman, Tellez. He throws to Burns, covering, and that's going to retire Nootbaar on a ground out. 3-1 for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. Our friend Mick says the Mets need another run. Well, the Mets are certainly playing some good ball, and they're locked in that pitcher's duel. I think it was Nola was going for the Phillies tonight, and was it DeGrom or Scherzer going for was one of the big 2 for the Mets. So 2 away, Brendan Donovan steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single, and he's flown out to center field. And here comes the first pitch from Burns. It is a breaking ball that just misses low, and the count is 1-0. Donovan had that base hit. It got under the glove of the diving third baseman Luis Arias, who was playing in the shortstop position as they had the shift on. So 1 ball and no strikes to Donovan as Burns delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. The last pitch was at 97 miles an hour. So 1 ball and 1 strike. There's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We're locked up at 0s. As Burns holds set, and now he fires. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the right side of the infield, fielded by Tellez. This time he's going to take it himself. That's going to go down as a ground out to 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. And that is going to do it here for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, there was no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 6 complete. The Brewers nothing and the Cardinals nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments. The call at the top of the 7th inning. Could there be history in the making? I guess we're going to find out. We got 9 outs to go to decide that. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Milwaukee batting order coming up to face Adam Wainwright here in the top of the 7th inning. Adames, Tellez, and McCutchen face the crafty right-hander for the Cardinals. We call him crafty because he really doesn't have the overpowering stuff that he once has. We haven't really seen him get more than 89 miles an hour tonight as he rocks into the windup and delivers a first pitch fastball. And we say that there's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. 68 pitches through the first 6 innings for the Cardinal righty, and he delivers a breaking ball that is swung on. It is grounded over to short. It is fielded by the shortstop DeYoung, who does a 360-degree turn, and he fires to first. And Adames has gone on a ground out 6-3 for out number 1. That was one of the harder hit balls tonight by the Brewers. It was a one-hop shot as DeYoung gets it and retires the batter runner, Adames, for out number 1. So that's going to bring up the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. Tellez, the only base runner allowed tonight by the Cardinal righty. He walked in the first inning on 4 pitches. He has also popped out to the third baseman. And here's the first pitch from Wainwright. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Rowdy Tellez. They do have the shift on as they've got 3 fielders to the right side of the infield. He pitches a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 1-1. They've taken the second baseman, Tommy Edman, and they've pushed him into the outfield grass. The shortstop, DeYoung, is just to the right of second base. And here's the pitch from Wainwright. It is a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted foul on the right field line. It wasn't by much. It's going to run the count to 1-2 on Tellez. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tellez has 23 homers on the year, and he's got 71 RBIs that paces the Milwaukee Brewer Ball Club. He's got an outside chance at a 100 RBI season, but part of the problem is they need to get runners on for him. And there's a breaking ball waved out and missed, and Tellez has gone down on strikes for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen. I have to say, in some ways, it's almost like the hitters know what's coming, and they can't figure it out. So Tellez is gone for the second out, brings McCutchen to the plate. McCutchen is 0 for 2 tonight. He's struck out and grounded out in his 2 trips. There's a first pitch that is a fastball swung on, and this ball's lined into left field. It's going to be the first hit of the ball game for the Brewers, as Andrew McCutchen is going to break up the no-hitter with 2 gone here, and the crowd rises to their feet in St. Louis in appreciation of their veteran right-hander who went 6 2/3 no-hit innings, as McCutchen has got himself a single, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, Hunter Renfroe. Well, for Renfroe, he's 0 for 2 tonight. He's flown out to center, and he's grounded to third. So Wainwright has got himself a warm-up round of applause from the St. Louis faithful. Now they're ready to go back at it again. It's the first time tonight he's going to have to throw from the stretch position. Leans in, he gets the sign from his catcher, Yadi Molina, and he works set at the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe has seen his average fall to 244. They have the shift on for Renfroe. 3 fielders to the left side. He's got a gaping hole on the right side of the infield, with Goldschmidt holding at first base. But if he had a routine ground ball to the right side, they could go first to third on this easily. But does Hunter Renfroe have the ability to do it? And where are they going to pitch it to him? So here comes the 0-1 pitch. They've set up inside, and they deliver a fastball that misses inside, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Wainwright ready to go back at it again. He gets the sign from his catcher, Molina, and he works set. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It's going to reach the seats on the first base side. The count is 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Renfroe gets himself dug back in and ready to go again. They are shifting Renfroe now, but they've changed the shift up a little bit. They've moved the second baseman to the right of second base. As they throw over to first, and diving back in time is McCutchen. Always have to keep your eyes on how they move it. So with 2 strikes, they adjust the shift. Second baseman Edman goes to the right side of the bag. There is still a shift on in play, but it's now not as much as it was before. And they throw over to first base, and diving back in time again is the base runner McCutchen. Keep your eye on him here. McCutchen's got 8 stolen bases on the year. This might be an opportunity for him to try to get himself over into scoring position, especially if pitches are off. Speed pitches coming up here to Renfroe. He establishes his lead. Holding at the belt and now delivering is Wainwright. There's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. McCutchen again establishes his lead over at first. Wainwright gets the sign from his catcher and he works set. He holds at the belt. And he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball, waved at and missed. And that is going to do it. Hunter Renfroe is down on strikes for the 3rd out of the inning. Well, the no-hitter is gone, but the shutout is still intact. No runs in the inning, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left the board. We're now through 6.5. It is the Brewers nothing, the Cardinals nothing. Stick around, everybody. Something has to give here. We'll be back in just a couple moments. Got a heck of a pitcher's duel on our hands. Would you like to support Last Raps Baseball? We would appreciate it if you did. Be sure to check out our eBay page where we have baseball merchandise. We also have stuff from the Japanese League for those who listen from Japan. But we also do other sports like football and basketball as well. Don't forget, visit Last Raps Baseball's eBay store to help support the channel. We'll be glad you did.
Hello, guys. Steve Rademacher coming at you. I'm having my 500 subscriber giveaway if we get there by the end of this year. That's my name and my channel, Steve Rademacher. All you have to do is be publicly subscribed, and then you can enter to win once we hit the magic number. Either an unopened, still sealed box of Star Trek official trading cards, Next Generation and Original Series. If that's not your cup of tea, we have Fleer Adrenaline with a Deer Dick rookie card. I have pulled out an autograph from one of these, and there are relics. If that's not your thing, how about an unopened box of 1987 Donruss Baseball? Just come watch me, subscribe, and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and your support of our channel. And in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. After the game, be sure to go check him out, as he's got all kinds of wild and crazy things, especially on his tour of Wisconsin. He just got back. And so that is now going to be what he's got posted up on his channel. And here comes the first offering to Paul Goldschmidt. It's a breaking ball that misses up and in for ball 1. It's Goldschmidt, Arenado, and Nolan Gorman. He faced the right-hander Corbin Burns. 77 pitches through the 6 innings for Burns tonight. As he holds at the belt, he's ready to deliver to Goldschmidt. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Goldschmidt's average has dropped to .329 on the year. 0 for 2 tonight. A ground out and a fly out under his belt. As Burns looks in and he gets the sign, and now he's ready to work. He holds at the belt and kicks and fires. It's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is now 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to Goldschmidt. Just as a reminder, we are going to be back on the airwaves at 9 o'clock Pacific or midnight Eastern, as we're going to do the Japanese League game between the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks and the Oryx Buffaloes. There's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count is 3-1. It'll be the third game in the 3-game set. Last night it was a fantastic game, as it was a sayonara home run, as they call it in Japan, by Yukio Shudo in the bottom of the 9th inning with 1 gone to win the game for Fukuoka. A really exciting ball game. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball, swung on it, missed. Count is 3-2. People sometimes ask me about the differences between the Japanese game and the North American game. And the one thing I will say is that I've seen games in Japan where it could be a blowout. It could be a 12-3 game, and the fans don't leave. It's not like in North America, where I always used to joke about the Kansas City Royal fans that they would get there in the 3rd inning and leave in the 6th. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of Christian Yelich. So Paul Goldschmidt aboard with a leadoff single here in the 7th. That is going to bring up the 3rd baseman, Nolan Arenado. But the Japanese fans, they stick it out, whether their team is up big or down big. They don't usually leave. They hang in there till the final out, which is kind of refreshing to see in some ways, that they are not up and down like the North American fan base is, looking for the hot dogs and the everything else. Yeah, they like their stuff, but the purpose of why they're there is to watch the game. And that's not that way in all marketplaces. So Nolan Arenado steps to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He has grounded to second, and he has grounded back to the pitcher. Here comes the first offering from Corbin Burns. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Arenado. And we're going to have a conference on the mound here as the catcher Caratini has gone out, and Willie Adames is in there to join him. Talk to the right-hander Burns here. This is probably the first sign of weakness, I would say, I've seen from Burns. 7 pitches he's throwing the inning, 4 for balls. 84 in the ball game here, and maybe he's losing a little bit of command of his pitches. It's been a really well-pitched ball game. There hasn't been a whole lot of action on the defense. But it is vintage Adam Wainwright tonight against Corbin Burns, who is one of the top pitchers in the game right now. And here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's a fastball swung on it. It is popped up on the right side of the infield, but Rowdy Tellez has no idea where it is. Coming over is the second baseman, Colton Wong, and he makes the catch. And that is going to retire Arenado. You can see that Tellez put his hands up as if to say, I have no idea where it is. It's a tough time of night right now as the lights are on and they're sort of starting to take effect, but the sky is not quite dark yet. It's that twilight at 9 o'clock in St. Louis, making a tough skyline for the defensive players to be able to see things. So that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Nolan Gorman. For Gorman tonight, he is 0 for 2. He struck out looking, and he grounded to the first baseman his last time up. And Burns now comes set as he checks the runner, and now he delivers. And it's a fastball that misses down. A nice pick by Victor Caratini. So 1 ball and no strikes to Gorman. It was a tough play. That ball got up on him in a hurry. I don't know if I really like the way that he went to the backhand to have to pick that one up, but he was able to do the job. So 1 ball and no strikes to Gorman. The right-hander Burns works set. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on it, missed, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. The St. Louis Cardinals designated hitter. Gorman waggles the bat. He's got an interesting knob of the bat. We see that a couple of times. It's not quite a mushroom handle or a mushroom knob. As here's the pitch from Burns. It's a fastball that misses low, and the count is 2-1. It looks like when they spin it in the lathe, that they leave almost like a block on the bottom of the bat. There's some players that like to do that, or maybe some players I know I've seen in college, they like a bigger knob and they'll take tape and they'll paint it up and around and be able to do that. It's all about how they enjoy the grip of the bat. So 2 balls and 1 strike, and here's the pitch from Burns. It's a fastball swung on it, is lifted into deep left center field, racing back, but this ball is going to get down. It's off the wall. It's past the center fielder, digging around second, digging around third, and heading home is Goldschmidt. Here's the throw to the plate. It's cut off by Rowdy Tellez. Scoring all the way from first is Goldschmidt on the double by Nolan Gorman. That ball was in the left center field gap. It got past Tyrone Taylor all the way to the wall. So Gorman's got himself an RBI double. That's the first run of the ball game for either club. And the Cardinals now have a 1-0 lead here in the 7th inning. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Paul DeYoung. You could just see the way that Burns had started the inning. He wasn't as sharp. He went to a 3-2 count on Goldschmidt before Goldschmidt had a single. Arenado kind of helped him out, but the command of his pitches, both to Arenado on the first pitch ball and then the pitching to Gorman here, not quite the same command we've seen through the first 6 innings. And now we have a visit to the mound as the pitching coach for Milwaukee has come out to talk to his star right-hander. So that gets the crowd excited in St. Louis as they open up the scoring with a 1-0 lead. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Paul DeYoung. For DeYoung tonight, he is 1 for 2. He singled back in the 2nd inning, and he struck out his last time up. His average has lifted on the evening to 193. He's 5 homers and 20 runs batted in. So he bats from the right side against the right-handed throwing Burns. Gorman establishes his lead at second. And Burns now kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the right side, but this ball is going to drift into the seats just behind the first base dugout. Got back about 10 rows or so, and the count is quickly 0-1 to DeYoung. Dylan Carlson waits his turn on deck. Should DeYoung reach safely here? So DeYoung digs himself back in. He's waiting on the 0-1 offering here from Burns. As Burns holds set, and now he delivers. It is a fastball swung on it, missed, and now DeYoung is in the hole at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Just a few programming notes. We are going to be updating our upcoming calendar here over the next 24 hours, as we'll be running a whole slate of games. Tonight on tap is the Japanese game a little later. There's a breaking ball that's down. They swing at it. They throw down to first base. That is going to retire the batter runner, Paul DeYoung. It's going to go as a strikeout 2-3. As Nolan Gorman holds at second base. The catcher Caratini had picked it out of the dirt. He tried to apply the tag to DeYoung, but DeYoung got away on him. He was able to throw the ball down to first, and the runner Gorman had to stay at second base. Sometimes you'll see that where the runner at third or runner at second may take off to third. They have to try to get the strikeout because they can't get you both, but Gorman's not the most fleet of foot. But Dylan Carlson now steps to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and he has grounded out in his 2 trips. 92 pitches now for Corbin Burns. Cardinals now have a 1-0 lead over the Brewers. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the pitch is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. As I said before at the outset, this is probably a 1-0 or 2-1 game in the making. It's going to be very, very tough to score runs against the right-hander Adam Wainwright tonight, who has been absolutely on song. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It is a breaking ball, waved at and missed, and the count is now even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And stepping back in is the Switch hitting Carlson, who's batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Corbin Burns. Here comes the 1-1 offering as Burns is set. He checks the runner, and now he delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Dylan Carlson. There's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. There's a run on the board for the Cardinals as Goldschmidt scored on the RBI double by Nolan Gorman. Gorman is at second here with a 1-2 count on the left-handed swinging Carlson. And there's a fastball that's taken for a called third strike. Carlson stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it here for the Cardinals in their half of the 7th. Well, they open up the scoring. There was a run in the inning on 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 7 complete in St. Louis. It is the Cardinals 1, the Brewers no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 8th inning after this when we return. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the top of the 8th inning. It is going to be Colton Wong, Luis Arias, and Victor Caratini. That is the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to come to bat to face the right-handed throwing Adam Wainwright. So 6, 7, and 8 to come to bat here in the 8th inning. It is a 1-0 ball game as the Cardinals open the scoring in the bottom of the 7th. A single by Paul Goldschmidt and a 1-out double by Nolan Gorman, and that is all the scoring in this one. The Brewers got their first hit of the ball game in the 7th inning when there was 2 outs. Andrew McCutchen had a base hit to left field off of Adam Wainwright, and that is all the offense tonight for the Brew Crew. So Wong, Arias, and Caratini here to face the right-hander Wainwright as we start to begin inning number 8. It is 79 pitches so far through the first 7 for the veteran Cardinal as he delivers a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Wong actually showed like he wanted to bunt there, but he pulled that back. So no balls and 1 strike to Colton Wong. Wainwright ready to go back to work. He rocks into the windup and he kicks and he fires. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Wong. Wong batting .256 now on the year. He's got those 8 homers and 30 runs batted in. Former Cardinal facing his former teammates. As Wainwright rocks into the motion and he kicks and delivers, it is a fastball that just misses inside. The count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. They do have Wong played into the shift. They've got 3 fielders to the right side. The outfield is pretty much straight away. As here's Wainwright into the motion. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball missing inside, and the count is now 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As we were saying in the last half inning, we're going to be putting our schedule up on our channel. So if you're interested in the other games this week, be sure to check that out as they'll be popping up here later today. As a breaking ball misses down and in, and the count is now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Wong, who's leading off the Top of the 8th inning for the Brewers. Wainwright rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on it. It's grounded over to the first baseman, Goldschmidt. He fields it. He flips it underhand to Wainwright covering. It's going to go down as a ground out 3-1 for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that is going to bring up the third baseman, Luis Arias. Wainwright against the Brewers this year. It's his 4th start against the Brew Crew. And they were probably licking their chops when they saw his name, as he had pitched 14 innings against Milwaukee and allowed 25 hits. Well, that's certainly changed here tonight. Only 1 hit through the first 7 1/3 innings against the Cardinal right-hander. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field, moving back onto the warning track, leaping up, and this one is gone into the bullpen. A home run opposite field by Luis Arias, as that ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying into the St. Louis night. And that is going to even the scoreline at 1-1. Arias tonight, who had struck out looking and struck out swinging. That is a solo shot to tie the ball game, and that is going to bring up the catcher, Victor Caratini. So now we're back to where we started, all butted up at ones. Ball sailed right into the Cardinal bullpen, as it looked like it was just going to be a fly ball or a deep fly ball, as the first pitch is a breaking ball delivered to Caratini. Take it for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. But it just kept going and going and going. We say on those warm summer nights, balls can really fly. 86 degrees at game time in St. Louis. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and grounded foul over on the first base side. The count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Caratini. They do have a shift on for the Milwaukee catcher, as 3 fielders are to the right side of the infield. And now time has been called as Caratini steps out and resets himself. So Wainwright rocking into the motion as he delivers. It's a fastball swung on it, is popped up. This is down the left field line. Coming over on it is Donovan. He makes the catch. That's going to retire Caratini for the second out of the inning. It's going to leave it all up to the center fielder, Tyrone Taylor. So for Taylor tonight, he is 0 for 2. He has flown to right and struck out on his 2 trips to the plate. Both of the starting pitchers in this game have been absolutely brilliant. 7 2/3 so far for Wainwright, only allowing 2 hits and the home run just now to Luis Arias. Here's the first pitch. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Tyrone Taylor. Vintage Adam Wainwright tonight in St. Louis. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. He rocks into the windup and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count is now 0-2. You have to appreciate good pitching, and that's what we have here tonight. Both pitchers are doing very, very well. So no balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Wainwright rocks into the motion, and he kicks and delivers. And that is a fastball swung on. This is lifted into shallow right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. And Taylor's got himself a knock here. That's the second hit of the inning. He's got himself a single. That's going to bring up the top of the order in Christian Yelich. So for Christian Yelich, he's 0 for 3 tonight. He's grounded out to the second baseman. He's struck out and flown out to left. That is going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout, as Mike Maddox is on his way to the hill to talk to the veteran right-handed arm. He's talking to both his catcher, Yadi Molina, and to Wainwright. I would have to think that they're probably going to be getting somebody up in the bullpen here. They haven't had anybody warming up yet. I would think that Wainwright's night is going to be pretty close to being over here shortly, as there is going to be a substitution. It looks like Tyler O'Neill is going to go into the ball game. So Tyler O'Neill coming out of the dugout. I'm wondering if that's going to be Brendan Donovan's night to be over. We'll see what the decisions are here. Donovan's coming in. I'm not sure where Donovan's heading. So he's going to be trading the decisions there. O'Neill going in for the left fielder Donovan. Of course, O'Neill is a 2-time Gold Glove Award winner. As Donovan's getting the low fives on his way off of the field. Tyler O'Neill did not get the start tonight, but he is in defensive replacement. He did get the start in last night's ball game. He didn't have a hit in 3 trips. So the defensive substitution with 2 gone here. Christian Yelich now at the plate. For Yelich, he's 0 for 3. He has grounded out, he's struck out, and he's popped out. He first pitches a breaking ball that misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Yelich. As we mentioned at the top of the stream, the Brewers hitters, this entire lineup they rolled out tonight, nobody in the lineup began the night hitting more than 258, and that was the second baseman Colton Wong. There's a fastball swung on it, is grounded softly to second. It is fielded by Edman. He throws to first, and that is going to do it here for the Brewers in their half of the 8th inning. It's a ground out 4-3 for out number 3. So for the Brewers in their half of the inning, they had a run on the home run by Luis Arias. There were 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left the board. We are now through 7.5. It is the Cardinals 1, the Brewers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 8th inning in just a couple moments. We're glad you guys could make it in here with us tonight. Here is our friend Steve Rademacher once again.
Hello, kids. Steve coming at you. It's Steve Rademacher. And if you like interesting stuff, if you like to laugh a little bit, and if you enjoy collecting, this channel's for you. If you like non-sport cards, we have them. You like pseudo-sport cards, we open them. Even if you like entire boxes of completely pointless stuff or other sports, we have everything here. I drop a different video every day, and there's always a theme to it, from No Filter Friday to Saturday morning cartoons, even Sunday shoutouts. Once in a while, we'll get a little froggy and show Money Money Monday, where I showcase a bunch of my currency. We have Legos, we have Star Wars, we have a good time. We even have my brother on Takeover Tuesday. Be there or be square. Back to Freddy.
Appreciate you, Steve, and your support of the channel, and in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. Be sure after the game to go check him out, whether it's that Money Money Monday, Takeover Tuesday, the No Filter Friday, or the Saturday morning cartoons. He's got something for everybody. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. There's been a pitching change. It is going to be Taylor Rogers coming on in relief here for the Brewers. It's his 3rd appearance for the Brewers since being acquired in a trade for Josh Hader. He's worked 2 innings. He's allowed 2 hits, 1 run. It has earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 3. The first time in a long time that or first time actually ever that at the trade deadline, the top 2 closers in baseball were a part of a trade for one another. Now it looks like he's got some issues with his electronics, as they do give the electronic sign system, and so he has to adjust his hat so he can be able to hear what's going on. So that is the delay as he's ready to go now. So Victor Caratini resets himself, and the Pitcher Rogers is ready to go. Here comes the first offering to Yadi Molina. It's a fastball swung on and missed. The count is 0-1. Molina, Tommy Edman, and Lars Nootbaar here to face the lefty Rogers in the 8th inning. Corbin Burns went 7 strong innings tonight, only allowing the 1 run, as well as 4 hits. And there's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 1-1 to Molina. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Classic pitchers duel between the reigning Cy Young Award winner and a once upon a time great vintage stuff here from Adam Wright tonight. The 3-time All-Star Glove winner, World Series champion, as there's a breaking ball waved at and missed, and the count is now 1-2. For Adam Wainwright, never won a Cy Young, but he finished 2nd in balloting twice, 3rd in balloting twice, and 7th in balloting 1 time. Pretty amazing stuff. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is golfed over the head of the shortstop into left field. And Yadi Molina has got himself a leadoff single here, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Tommy Edman. So a round of applause for the Cardinals catcher, as he's aboard with a leadoff single, and that brings Tommy Edman to the plate. See, the difference between the Japan professional baseball and the Major League Baseball is that we probably would see a pinch runner right now for Molina in Japan, and then a guy like Tommy Edman would be in the bunt situation to move him over, and then they got a couple of cracks to bring him home. That's not what we see in North America. Is going to leave the slow-running Molina on at first. There's a first-pitch fastball that's missing upstairs to Edman, and the count is 1-0. I would think that should Molina get into scoring position, they would probably make the move to put a pinch runner in for him, because he does not run very well at all at this point in his career. But they first of all got to get him over into scoring position. So here comes the 1-0 offering to Edman. As Rogers delivers, it's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted over to the left side. It's going to be playable. It is caught by the shortstop, Willie Adames, as he calls off Luis Arias, and that is going to retire Edman for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the top of the order in Lars Nootbaar. So for Nootbaar, he's 0 for 3 tonight. He is lined to the second baseman, struck out looking, and grounded to first. But it's not going to bring up Nootbaar. We are going to have a pinch hitter. It is going to be Albert Pujols coming up to bat here for Nootbaar. So Pujols is coming in to pinch hit. He's getting a large standing ovation from the St. Louis faithful as he's striding to the plate. So Albert Pujols, who is the all-time leader in double plays, grounding into double plays, and it's going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout here. Going to have a word with their pitcher, Rogers, the all-time grounded into double play leader in all of baseball. Got 421 in his career. A season for the Cardinals, he's got 8 homers and 26 RBIs. Had 207 plate appearances, 180 at-bats. He is hitting 244, so realistically, not having such a bad year this year for the limited role that he's been given. The 42-year-old is his final season, his 22nd year in the big leagues. Fantastic career for the one-time St. Louis Cardinals star. He was a Rookie of the Year award winner back in 2001. He was the MVP in 2005, again in 2008 and 2009. He's got all kinds of awards over the course of his career. And here comes the first offering from the left-hander Rogers, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses well off the outside corner, and the count is 1-0. We could probably do a full half-an-hour talk on the great Albert Pujols, how he began his career, and it's come full circle as he's going to finish it in St. Louis. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is now 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Rogers ready to go back to work. He gets the sign from Caratini. He works in the set position. He checks the runner at first, and now he kicks and delivers. There is a changeup swung on and missed, and the count is now 1-2. Crowd is in there on their feet in St. Louis. Everybody is up and standing for this at bat. You're going to see this a lot between now and the end of the season as Pujols is every game is going to be cherished by the St. Louis faithful now to the end. And of course, in 5 years from now, he'll be more than likely inducted into the Major League Baseball or the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. I would think that he and Yadi Molina go in together, but if Adam Wainwright calls it a career, he probably joins them as well. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. Curious to see, I think, if Wainwright is going to hang it up. And there's likely indications that he will at the end of the year. Then Pujols, Wainwright, Molina, would be interesting to see all first ballot Hall of Famers. So there's one gone here with the runner at first. The runner at first is Yadi Molina. And the count is 2-2 to Pujols. Rogers delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on, and it's grounded softly foul just past the third base coach's box. And that keeps the count at 2-2. Pujols steps back in and he resets himself. Rogers gets a new baseball. And the big left-hander leans in. He gets the sign from the catcher Caratini. He comes set. He checks the runner at first, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on, and this one is hooked foul and it seats down the left field line. It keeps the count at 2-2. So now this at bat is turning into vintage Pujols with 2 balls and it's 2 strikes on the hitter. Crowd is still on their feet. They've got the cameras going, or I should say maybe not the cameras, the cell phones taking their pictures. So here comes the 2-2 offering to Pujols as the lefty Rogers works set. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count remains at 2-2. So this is going to be pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming up here, as he's now in a battle with Taylor Rogers. Crowd on their feet, trying to will the Cardinals on to victory. And here comes the 2-2 pitch as Rogers again leans in and gets his sign. He nods in agreement with Caratini and he works set. Holding the ball at the chest, and now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Rogers wins the battle, and Pujols is retired for the second out of the inning, and that is going to leave it all up to the left fielder, Brendan Donovan. So for Brendan Donovan tonight, well, his night is actually over. It's Tyler O'Neill who's coming up to bat here. Tyler O'Neill, who came on as a defensive replacement with 2 outs in the last inning, is inserted in the spot for Donovan. O'Neill hitting .219 this year with 6 homers and 38 RBIs. Game number 65 for the native of Maple Ridge, British Columbia, Canada. There's a breaking ball that misses, or that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. O'Neill batting from the right side here. That first pitch from Rogers looked like it was off the outside corner, but getting the call was the lefty Rogers. Here comes the 0-1 pitch as Caratini sets up, and here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down and in. That's going to run the count to a ball and a strike to Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill batting from the right side against the left-handed throwing Rogers. O'Neill can turn this game around in one swing of the bat. He's got the juice to be able to do it. The stocky right-handed stick waiting on the offering here for Rogers, who Leans in again and gets the sign from Caratini. He now works set. He checks the runner over at first. And he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. And that is going to run the count now to 1-2 on Tyler O'Neill. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The right-handed hitting left fielder for the Cardinals. Again, he waggles the bat. Rogers, again, doesn't work particularly quickly. He really slows it down. It's going to be pitch number 18 of the inning as he holds set and he kicks and fires. It is a fastball that catches the inside corner. And O'Neill stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched it go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it here in the 8th inning. Well, there was no runs. There was a hit on the leadoff single by Yadi Molina. There were no errors. 1 runner left the board. It looks like we're going to have another inning of Adam Wainwright. So stick around, everybody. We're going to the top of the 9th inning. Your score is the Brewers 1, the Cardinals 1. We're glad you guys could make it in here with us tonight. We'll be right back after this from our friend, Matt Hollis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt, and your support of the channel, and in turn, we support Matt Hollis. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the call at the top of the 9th inning. Glad you guys could be here with us tonight. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving now to the top of the 9th inning. Adam Wainwright still on the hill for the Cardinals tonight. He is going to be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the Milwaukee batting order. It'll be Willie Adames, Rowdy Tellez, and Andrew McCutcheon. We got our friend Beast and the Beauty Breaks in the house tonight. We welcome John to the channel. Hope you're doing well. And so here comes the first offering here from Wainwright, who kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Adames. Adames 0 for 3 tonight. He's struck out. He's flown to center and grounded to short in his 3 trips against Wainwright. As Wainwright rocks into the motion and delivers, it is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count is now even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Adames waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from the right-handed veteran Wainwright. He rocks into the motion and he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Adames originally was acquired in a trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. There is some connections between the Rays and the Brewers. Both of these teams have had some dealings with one another. They needed a everyday shortstop. And Adames has fit the bill nicely for the Brewers as Wainwright delivers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It has popped up over on the first base side. Coming over underneath it is Goldschmidt. He's going to make the catch on the warning track just in front of the stands, and that is going to retire Adames for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Rowdy Tellez. For Tellez, he had a walk back in the first inning. He's also popped to third and struck out his other 2 times up. So officially 0 for 2 on the evening. There are a couple of players who could turn this game around for the Brewers, and Tellez is one of them. He's got 23 homers. So the Cardinals have the shift on as 3 fielders are to the right side. And here's the first pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0 to Tellez. Wainwright letting it all hang out tonight as he's ready to deliver pitch number 100. He rocks into the motion and delivers. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0 to Tellez. So 2 balls and no strikes. Of the 100 pitches, 66 have been for strikes, and that's exactly where you want your starting pitcher to be at. 66%. And here comes the 2-0 offering, and it's a breaking ball that misses inside, and that runs the count now to 3-0. Waiting on deck is Andrew McCutchen, who has one of the 3 Brewer hits tonight. So the right-hander, Wainwright rocking into the motion. Here's the 3-0 offering to Tellez. It's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is now 3-1. I think if you're Tellez, your eyeballs were popping open on that one. That was a pitch that was middle in. That was something he probably could have turned on. So 3 balls and 1 strike to Rowdy. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball's belted into deep left center field. Moving back onto the warning track and making the catch about 2 steps in front of the wall. As you can hear it, a collective sigh of relief in St. Louis as Tellez sent that one a long ways, but right to the glove of Dylan Carlson. And that is going to retire Tellez for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen. So for McCutchen, he's 1 for 3. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also struck out and grounded to third, and that is going to bring the manager out of the St. Louis Cardinal dugout. That might be the end of the line here for Adam Wainwright. As Oliver Marmol has made his way to the mound. Although he hasn't taken the ball away from the pitcher yet, we'll see what he has to say. Wainwright tells him he's all right, and Marmol is on his way back to the dugout. So Andrew McCutchen to the plate, who's 1 for 3 tonight. I'm not sure if the bigger ovation was for the fly ball out to Tellez or the fly ball or the manager returning to the dugout and leaving his pitcher in there. 103 pitches here for Wainwright. And if I'm Oliver Marmol, if my pitcher Wainwright tells me I'm good, I leave him in. He's got to be the leader of this pitching staff. And here comes the first pitch to Andrew McCutchen. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. You got to like old school baseball and leaving the guys in to do the work. Wainwright rocks into the motion and delivers. It's a breaking ball that catches the inside corner, and the count now goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. McCutchen waggling the bat. Waiting on the pitch here from the right-hander Wainwright. Now he rocks into the motion. He kicks, and he delivers. It is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2 on McCutchen. The crowd is back on their feet again as they rise to their feet, cheering on the veteran right-hander looking for the 3rd out of the inning. And then the Cardinals will be trying to get a chance to win it. And they're half of the 9th. If he can retire McCutchen here. Here's the 1-2, and it's a breaking ball that misses down and away. The count is now 2-2 to McCutchen. Again, the right-hander Wainwright puts the glove over his ear so he can hear the electronic sign from the catcher. And rocking into the motion, Wainwright kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and now the count runs to 3-2 on McCutchen. Right fielder Hunter Renfroe waits his turn on deck. One would think that they'll probably let Wainwright face the batter McCutchen here. If they get to Renfroe, he probably will see him too, but he'll be done after that. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field, But moving back a couple of steps and making the catch is Tyler O'Neill, and that is going to do it here for the Brewers in their half of the ninth inning. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 8.5. It is the Cardinals 1, the Brewers 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the ninth inning. In just a couple moments, the Cardinals have a chance to win it here. Or maybe we go into the Ghost Runners in extra innings. You never know. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Glad you guys are with us.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave's Zero Fox Sports Cards. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Really appreciate you, Dave, and your support of our channel, and in turn, we support Dave as well at Zero Fox Sports. Be sure to go over and check out the Game Changer Lounge. Let him know Last Raps Baseball sent you, and he'll hook you up with a mystery pack of cards. We appreciate his support. We'll be back in just a moment with the call of the bottom of the ninth inning after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a pitching change yet again as the Milwaukee Brewers are going into their bullpen. It is going to be Devin Williams who's coming in to pitch the bottom of the ninth inning. The former Rookie of the Year winner and one-time All-Star takes over on the mound. He's worked 43 and a third innings this year. He's allowed 24 hits, 10 runs, 8 of which have been earned. He's walked 19, but the impressive part is he has struck out 70 batters. He's got a 3-2 record. He's got 7 saves, an ERA of 1.66. But he is going to have to face the meat of the batting order for the Cardinals. It'll be Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, and Nolan Gorman to face Williams here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Cardinals here with a chance to walk it off at home with the 40th anniversary celebrations with their team from 1992 when they won the World Series, or I should say from 1982, as the group is here tonight. And here comes the first offering from Devin Williams as he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down and away for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Goldschmidt tonight singled and scored a run his last time up. He's also grounded to second and flown out to right field. Here in the bottom of the ninth inning, it has been a very, very impressively pitched ball game. Our friend the living room is in the house. Welcome tonight. Appreciate you being here as we got an early one going on here, and there's a fastball that misses down and in. The count is now 2-0. Last pitch looked like it was a blitz ball pitch. A lot of movement on it there by the righty Williams. The amount of movement on his pitch, it reminds me a little bit of Logan Webb. Logan Webb also a pitcher for the Giants who has a ton of movement. It's like playing wiffle ball at a major league level. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. As he kicks and delivers, it is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Paul Goldschmidt. Williams leans in and he gets the sign from Caratini. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is now even at 2-2 to Goldschmidt. The veteran hitter here against the up-and-coming star for the Brewers. I say up-and-coming because Williams is a very good arm out of the bullpen, and the ways made the Brewers not skip a beat after getting rid of Josh Hader. It's 4th season for the 27-year-old in the Brewers uniform as he holds set at the belt. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses outside. That runs the count to 3-2 to Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt, Arenado, and Gorman here in the 9th inning, with the Cardinals getting a chance to try to win this and walk it off. Waggling the bat is the batter Goldschmidt. The sign is delivered by Caratini, and now he waits on the 3-2 offering here from the right-hander Williams. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on and missed. And that ball would have probably been ball 4 as Goldschmidt is retired for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up Nolan Arenado. So for Arenado tonight, he is officially 0 for 3. He has grounded out to second. He's grounded back to the pitcher, and he has popped to the second baseman. His average has dropped to 301 on the year. His career against Devin Williams, he's only 1 for 3. He's got a double in 3 trips against the Milwaukee right-hander. So here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. This game is shaping up. We can have bonus baseball in St. Louis. Game earlier in the week between the Mariners and the Yankees was a well-pitched ball game. Well, we've got another one on our hands here. 2 teams going at it. With first place brewing in the Central. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is hit to deep left center field. But Arenado just got underneath it. Tyrone Taylor is underneath it. He makes the catch. And that is going to retire Arenado for the second out of the inning. I think he would have just wanted that one back. He just got a little bit underneath it. So that's going to bring up Nolan Gorman. Gorman has accounted for the lone run for St. Louis tonight. He had a 1-out double that drove in Paul Goldschmidt back in the 7th inning to tie the ball game up at 1. And he steps to the plate here with nobody on and 2 away. Williams leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher, and he works set. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses upstairs for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. On the season, Gorman is hitting .243. He's got 13 homers and now 28 runs batted in. The pitching here from these 2 bullpens going to be the deciding factor. And if I had to say, the needle to me would be flipped to the Brewers. I do like their pen a little bit better than the Cardinals. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses inside, and the count is now 2 balls and no strikes to Gorman. Just because I like the Milwaukee pen doesn't mean that they're going to be the ones to bring it in. As here's the 2-0 offering now to the left-handed hitting Gorman. He waggles the bat. Being set is Williams. And now he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. It is popped up over on the third base sign, but that's going to drift away into the seats, and that keeps the count now, or runs the count now to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. It has been a well-played game, or a well-pitched game in particularly in St. Louis tonight. So here comes the 2-1 offering to Nolan Gorman. He waggles the bat, waiting on the offering here from the right-hander Williams, who holds set. And now he kicks and fires. It is a Breaking ball that misses outside, and the count is now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Williams probably not wanting to the go-ahead run on base. So Gorman resets himself from the left side, ready on the offering here from the right-handed throwing Williams. He brings it set. Now he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on it. It is tapped slowly down the first base line. It is fielded by Williams. He underhands it over to first. Whoa, way too casual by the pitcher Williams. We may have a look at this one because Gorman thinks he beat it out. He fielded the ball and he kind of gives this casual flip. I thought he almost would have tagged him. We're going to look at this one here ourselves. And we're going to wait to see what they have to say. The first base umpire tonight is Ryan Willis, and they have punched him out. But we're going to wait to see what the call is upstairs. It's too close to call. That would have to be one of the more boneheaded plays if they don't get this one done. He fielded the ball, and he was just a casual underhand flip. A little bit too much, and we probably could have tagged him as he ran by. He decided to flip it, and that there is going to be a interesting call. We're going to wait to see. I get another look at it on the replay again. Boy, oh boy, this one might get overturned here. If it gets overturned, it'll bring up the shortstop DeYoung. So we're waiting here as Carlos Marmol has done his challenge. The Brewers started to make their way off the field. They were held up there. If you look at the St. Louis Cardinals, they have already said it's at the end of 9, but we're going to wait here on this one. After further review, the umpires are coming back with their call, and on-field call is going to stand. It's going to go as a ground out 1-3, and that is going to do it for the third out of the inning. So we got extra innings coming up in St. Louis. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board at the end of 9. Your score is the Brewers 1, the Cardinals 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a couple moments after this. We appreciate you guys being here, but we do have bonus baseball in St. Lou.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. We do have a pitching change as Adam Wainwright's night is done. It is going to be the right-hander Giovanni Gallegos coming in relief as he takes over here in the 10th inning for Adam Wainwright. For Gallegos on the season, this is going to be his 40th appearance. He's worked 41 1/3 innings. He's allowed 33 hits. He has walked 11, struck out 53. He's got an ERA of 3.27, and he's got a win-loss record of 2-4. He's also got 11 saves. So Andrew McCutcheon was the last out of the 9th inning, will be the ghost runner at second base. So Giovanni Gallegos, the native of Mexico, coming in here in relief for the St. Louis Cardinals. So for him, he's going to be facing Hunter Renfroe, Colton Wong, and Luis Arias. That means it's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the order. So McCutchen starts as the ghost runner at second base. So Gallegos ready to go. Curious to see how the two different teams will approach this, especially in the next inning where you've got DeYoung leading off. It'll be Gorman running at second. DeYoung, who's not hitting well, I would think that they're going to try to bunt and try to score some runs here. So here comes the first offering to Hunter Renfroe. Gallegos checks the runner at second, and he delivers. It's a fastball that just misses outside for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Last pitch, or that first pitch, was at 95 miles an hour. So 1 ball and no strikes. McCutchen establishes his lead over at second. Now holding is the pitcher, Gallegos, and he delivers. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Hunter Renfroe. Just as a reminder, after this game is done, we will give the wrap-up of all the scores around Major League Baseball as more finals are trickling in. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. The right-hander Gallegos holds at the belt. He checks McCutchen at second. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. It gets by Dickerson, and it's off the wall. Rounding third and heading home easily to score is McCutchen, digging around second and heading to third. As Renfroe, the throw is not in time, and the Brewers have now taken a 2-1 lead on the triple by Hunter Renfroe here in the 10th inning. He's got himself an RBI. That is going to bring up Colton Wong to the plate. So a 2-1 lead now for the Brewers in the top of the 10th. And Colton Wong strides to the plate, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Good piece of hitting there by Renfroe. He drove the ball into the opposite field gap. Good approach there by staying inside the ball and taking the Gallegos offering the other way. So there's a run on the board. The infield is now in here. As the right-hander now holds at the chest, and he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses inside for ball one, and the count is 1-0, Colton Wong. Waggling the bat is Wong, waiting on the offering. Here comes the 1-0. As Gallegos comes set, and he delivers. It's a fastball that just misses inside. The count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. This game here was, for the first pretty much 7 innings, the story was the 2 starting pitchers, Burns and Wainwright. Now it is into the extra innings, and the relievers are going to have to do their part. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted into center field. Carlson makes the catch, tagging at third and heading home as Renfroe. The throw comes in. It is offline and not in time. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. Tate, that's going to be an RBI for Wong. Hunter Renfroe is going to cash in, and that's going to increase the scoreline to 3-1. As the Brewers now have a 2-run lead here in the top of the 10th, and that will bring up the third baseman, Luis Arias. Well, for Arias, he was the one who extended the lead. He had the home run in the 8th inning, or extended the game. The Brewers were trailing 1-0, but it was his solo home run that knotted it up, with 1 out in the 8th off of Adam Wainwright. And here comes the first pitch offering from Gallegos. It's a breaking ball that misses upstairs for ball one, and the count is 1-0. The ball that he hit off of Wainwright looked like it was off the end of the bat. It just carried and carried and carried right into the St. Louis Cardinal bullpen. Opposite field blast that he hit just shy of 400 feet. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now runs to 2-0 on Arias. Arias has raised his average to 232 on the year. So here comes the 2-0 offering as Gallegos now comes set. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to Tommy Edman, who's on the shortstop side of second base. He fields it and he fires to first. That's going to retire Arias on a ground out 4-3 for the second out of the inning. So 2 away, and that's going to leave it all up to the catcher, Victor Caratini. So for Caratini tonight, he is 0 for 3. He has a couple of ground outs and a fly out. Grounded to first, grounded to second, and flown out to left field in his 3 trips to the plate. And here comes the offering now from Giovanni Gallegos as he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Looking ahead for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 10th inning, it'll be DeYoung, Carlson, and Molina scheduled to come to bat. And Nolan Gorman will be that runner at second base in the ghost runner's role. And here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And the count is now 0-2 to Victor Caratini. So no balls and 2 strikes. So just as a reminder, in just a little under 2 hours, we'll be back on the airwaves again for some Japanese baseball action. So if you haven't listened in, be sure to do so because it's always a good time calling the NPB. So here comes the 0-2 pitch as Gallegos delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Victor Caratini. They do have action up and throwing in the Cardinal bullpen. They have a lefty going. So Gallegos now comes set. And he kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that is swung on. They have caught the ball. They say it's a foul ball. Molina tried to sell it as if he had caught it and held it up, but the home plate umpire said, nope, it was a foul tip. And it did tip and it did hit the ground. It was interesting. He held it up. Then he looked at it and called the foul ball because he could see the dirt on the ball. The home plate umpire, Brian Knight. Well done, Brian. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. As Gallegos kicks and fires, it is a fastball swung on and fouled straight back, and that keeps the count at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Victor Caratini. Battle of the 2 first-place ball clubs, or the 2 first-place, or the top 2 teams in the National League Central. Cardinals currently are sitting in the top spot. They had a 1.5 game lead over the Brewers entering tonight's affair. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is now 2-2. The win tonight will draw the Brewers to a 1/2 game back of the Cards. Tomorrow's ball game is going to feature the St. Louis Cardinals. It'll be Miles Michaelis taking to the hill. And he is going to be facing the young pitcher Aaron Ashby for the Milwaukee Brewers. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to the right side. It is fielded by the shortstop DeYoung, who throws to first, and that is going to retire Caratini on a ground out 6-3 for the 3rd out of the inning. But there was damage done, and the Brewers got 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was nobody left aboard. We are now through 9.5 innings in St. Louis. It is a 3-1 Brewer lead. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the 10th inning in just a couple of moments. It is going to be the last wraps for the Cardinals. We'll be right back after this from our friend Steve Rademacher.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada the OP cheese. We have the Greek freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OP-Chi baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the recently acquired Matt Bush who is coming on to pitch for the Milwaukee Brewers. This is going to be his 5th appearance. He was acquired in a deadline deal from the Texas Rangers. The former number 1 overall pick is taking over here for his 5th appearance. He has worked 3 1/3 innings with the Brewers. He's allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which have been earned. He's walked none and struck out 4. So he's walked actually 2 and struck out 4. He is taking over here for Devin Williams. He's got no wins and 1 losses with the Brewers, and he's got an ERA of 8.1. So Nolan Gorman will start as the ghost runner at second base. It'll be Paul DeJong, Dylan Carlson, and Yadi Molina here to face the righty Bush, who kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on this ball, lifted into shallow left field. It's going to get down for a base hit in front of Yelich, and so the Cardinals have life as Gorman is going to stop at third, and DeJong has himself a single. So we have runners on the corners with nobody out, and that brings Dylan Carlson to the plate. Well, for Dylan Carlson tonight, he is 0 for 3. He has struck out, he's grounded out to first, and he has struck out looking. So 2 times he has been down on strikes. So Carlson digs himself in, batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Bush. As Bush checks the runner at first, and now he comes set. And he kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that he blows by the hitter at 94 miles an hour, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Carlson, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Bush. The Brewers got 2 runs in the top of the 10th inning off of Giovanni Gallegos. The triple by Hunter Renfroe driving in Andrew McCutchen, and then he came home on a sacrifice fly. As there is a fastball swung on it, is lifted into deep right field, moving over underneath it and making the catch is the right fielder Renfroe, tagging at third, and coming home to score is Gorman. That is going to cut the lead now to 3-2. That's going to be a sacrifice fly to 9. Carlson gets himself an RBI, but that's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the slated to bring up the catcher Yadier Molina. So for Molina tonight, he is 1 for 3. He's raised his season average up to 214 with that knock back in the 8th inning. So Molina steps in. He waggles the bat, and he's waiting on the first offering here from Bush. Now Bush steps off the back of the rubber, and he's going to recycle the signs here with his catcher Caratini. So the runner at first is DeJong. There is 1 away. As Molina waits in here, and now they call time again because Caratini has asked the home plate umpire for time. They want to make sure they got the signals correct and not crossed. So Bush leans in. He checks the runner over at first. Now he throws over to first, and diving back in time is the runner DeJong. DeJong's got 3 stolen bases this year. He can run a little bit. Over the course of the career for Dean, he's got 19 stolen bases. That's not one of his strengths. Here comes the pitch from Bush. It is a breaking ball that is waved at and missed by Molina, and the count is 0-1. That was an 81-mile-an-hour breaking ball as Bush was able to take a little bit off that pitch. Molina gets back in the box. It's a 3-2 Milwaukee lead here in the bottom of the 10th inning. And again, Bush steps off the back of the round. They're just not on the same page. The electronic system that they have, we saw it with Taylor Rogers. He was having problems either hearing it or feeling it. That's exactly where we're at here. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and now the count goes to 0-2. I can see why Molina was probably ticked a little bit. Looked like that Matt Bush had kind of quick pitch there in some degree, or maybe he didn't really come fully set. And he had slide step there as he came set. And then he went. You can see why Molina was a little bit upset, thought that might have been a balk. And again, Bush steps off the back of the rubber, and again, it's an issue with the sign system, and Bush is now asking for the conventional signs. So let's see what we have here. And here comes the 0-2 offering. Bush holds set, and now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that is waved at and missed. Caratini's struggling to find the ball, but Molina is going to be down for the second out of the inning. That is going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Tommy Edman. So for Tommy Edman tonight, the switch hitting second baseman 0 for 3. He's grounded back to the pitcher. He's flown out to left and popped out to third. But before we get going here, we've got to have a conference on the mound. Caratini goes out to talk to Bush. Reyes and Wong and Adames all join the conversation. Our friend Josh S. says, "Come on, Edman, you're due for one." Edman has been not swinging the bat well as of late for sure. He's struggled over the last month or so. So Edman batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Bush. The runner at first is DeYoung. There's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Cardinals have clawed a run back to make it 3-2. And here's the pitch from Bush. It is a fastball swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Edman. That last pitch there by Bush had a lot of sink to it. A lot of downward tilt, and Edman went chasing after it. So no balls and 1 strike. Bush now comes set. And here he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball at 99 miles an hour that misses down. It's the hardest pitch we've seen all night from Matt Bush, and he's only thrown 7 pitches before that, but he is starting to dial it up a little bit. That's what he is known for. He can bring it up into the upper 90s. He checks the runner over at first, and he comes set. And here comes the 1-1. He kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. The count is now 1-2 to Edman. It was absolutely nasty. You get one at 99 miles an hour, and then you got a breaking ball that he waves and misses at. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Edman. It's the top of the order. Corey Dickerson, who will be coming to bat next. Should Ed find a way to extend it. And here comes the pitch from Bush. It is a fastball swung on. It is tapped foul in front of the plate. The home plate umpire, Brian Knight, said it was off of Edman. It's going to keep the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So he stays alive. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tommy Edman. It'll be the top of the order, as we said, Dickerson, who waits on deck, should that happen. They do have a shift on to the Brewers. They've got 3 fielders to the right side of the infield to defend Tommy Edman. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses down, and the pitch was taken on the backhand by Caratini. Runs the count now to 2-2. Looked like Caratini was ready to come up throwing. So Bush gets himself a new baseball. He rubs it up. Now he's ready to go again. He leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher. He checks the runner at first. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. And that is going to do it. The Brewers are going to hang on and win this one 3-2. Your line here in the 10th inning. There was a run in the inning. There was a hit. There were no errors and one runner left on base. Your final score, Milwaukee 3, St. Louis 2. Stick around, everybody. We'll wrap this one up and give you the out-of-town scoreboard when we return. We appreciate you guys for all listening in tonight. Here's our friend Dave.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the game and Last Raps Baseball. This is Dave, Zero Thought Sports Card. If you like pack openings, baseball, all that good stuff, check us out. Drop a comment on our channel this month to win a mystery pack of cards. All you gotta do is say Last Rap sent you to be entered. And we'll drop a video later on this month announcing the winner. Enjoy the game.
Once again, everybody, we appreciate you all for listening in tonight. It is a pleasure to have everybody here. And don't forget, if you want to know what's coming up, hit the subscribe button and make sure that you hit the notification buttons when you know when we are going to be on the air. Going to be the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we're going to get out of here for the rest of the night. A lot of games are finals that are trickling in across Major League Baseball. We'll start off in Chicago, where the White Sox knocked off the Tigers 6-4. 6-14-0 for the Chi Sox, 4-10-1 for the Tigers. Lucas Giolito gets the win. He's 9-6. Joe Jimenez the loss. He's 3-2. Hendricks gets his 25th save of the year. Other finals from around Major League Baseball. It is final. In the first game of the doubleheader, the Atlanta Braves knocked off the Miami Marlins 5-2. 5-11-1 for the Braves. 2-5-0 for the Marlins. Mueller gets the win. He's 1-1. Jesus Luzardo the loss. He's 3-5. Kenley Jansen his 26th save of the season. Toronto Blue Jays beat the Guardians 2-1. Anthony Bass gets the win in relief. He's 3-3. Tristan McKenzie falls. He goes to 8-9. Jordan Romano got the save. 2-6-1 for the Jays. 1-6-0 for the Guardians. In Tampa Bay, the Rays knocked off the Orioles 8-2. It was 8-11-0 for the Rays. 2-9-0 for the Orioles. Shane McClanahan gets his 11th win of the year against 5 losses. Dale Hall takes the loss. He is 0-1. The Chicago Cubs got the win in Cincinnati. They knocked off the Reds 7-2. 7-9-0 for the Cubbies. 2-7-1 for the Reds. Sean Newcomb got the win in relief. He's 1-0. Ashcraft takes the loss for the Reds. He's 5-3. The Los Angeles Dodgers laid it to the Kansas City Royals in Kansas City 13-3. 13 runs, 16 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. 3-10-0 for the Royals. Bickford gets the win in relief. He is 2-1. Keller takes the loss. He is 6-13. The Houston Astros, behind the pitching of Lance McCullers Jr., who was reinstated from the disabled list, shut out the Oakland Athletics today 8-0. 8-12-0 for the Stros. 0-5-0 for the A's. McCullers the win. Logue the loss. He's 3-6. Well, the Mets behind Jacob deGrom shut out the Phillies 1-0. Battle of the 2 star pitchers for both teams. As he beat Aaron Nola tonight, deGrom goes to 2-0. Aaron Nola takes the loss. He's 8-9. Edwin Diaz, his 27th save. Other games that are currently in action around Major League Baseball. In the bottom of the 9th inning, the Braves are leading the Marlins 6-2. It's the second end of that doubleheader. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Nationals have a 4-3 lead over the Padres. In the bottom of the 8th inning, the Rangers have a 7-4 lead over the Seattle Mariners. New York Yankees have taken the lead over the Boston Red Sox. That game is 3-2. The Yanks have scored in the top of the 9th inning. In the top of the 8th, the Diamondbacks have a 4-0 lead over the Colorado Rockies. It is the Giants 2-0 over the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's in the bottom of the 4th. And the Minnesota Twins have a 1-0 lead over the Angels. That game is in the top of the 5th inning. Once again, your final score here, the St. Louis Cardinals lost to the Milwaukee Brewers 3-2. 3-4-0 for the Brewers, 2-6-0 for the Cardinals. Devin Williams gets the win. He goes to 4-2. Giovanni Gallegos takes the loss. He's 2-5. Matt Bush, his 3rd save of the season. All right, everybody, we'll be back on in about an hour and a half's time as we're going to be calling some Japanese baseball. If you're interested, come on back and listen in. If not, we appreciate you guys for being here for this one. Once again, it's been another Last Drops Baseball video production. We'll see you guys again soon.